and industries and communities, livelihoods, and neighborhoods. Americans needed vehicles worthy of who they are and what they can do. So, we built them a truck.
Growing up in rural South Dakota, I understand the importance of electric cooperatives because they give us the power to live and work in any area we choose. They also gave me an amazing opportunity to experience the youth tour in Washington, D.C. I'm currently a student at SDSU, but one of my favorite things in life is coming home to be with my friends and family, especially my little brother Lane. West Central Electric is an important part of my life and our community.
Everyone says they want to change the world.
But not everyone will.
We are not everyone.
Do you want to? Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year. Do you have
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Mile High Air Guns is your first resource for all major brands of powderless and airsoft guns, parts, and accessories, as well as self-defense items at a reasonable and competitive price. As an added bonus, all purchases over $150 ship free. Not to mention that we are the only powderless gun store that accepts all major forms of cryptocurrency. Visit MileHighAirGuns.com today for the latest releases and some of the best prices on the net. Mile High Air Guns is a proud sponsor of South Dakota youth sports and activities featured on LiveTicket.tv.
Of all the things you can teach a child, how to handle money is one of the most important. Their knowledge, discipline, and control in the area of money will follow them wherever they may go, and in every area of their life. Teach them the facts of money, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Harry K. Ford, your go-to dealer for transparency and the lowest prices. From sales to service, we pride ourselves on transparency and low prices. It's who we are every day. Family, friends, and Fords, in that order.
Service Master of Pier is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup? Service Master of Pier is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Guffs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
If you're hunting for a great deal on your next ride, get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. We're locked and loaded on all of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit GatewayFLT.com.
Join the team and take on your legacy. Since 1862, the South Dakota Army National Guard has been ready to defend our freedom and our way of life. When our nation calls, we are there to help our friends, neighbors, and communities in the event of forest fires, floods, tornadoes, and severe winter storms right here in South Dakota. Now we want you to write the next chapter in our rich history of the South Dakota Army National Guard. Visit their Facebook and Instagram pages or nationalguard.com/SD. Join the team.
If you are shopping for equipment, Grossenberg Implement is where you need to look. With 8 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, Grossenberg has a huge selection of planters, windrowers, tractors, combines, mowers, even gazers. And everyone at Grossenberg Implement hopes you have a great Labor Day. And if you need your Grossenberg fix, it'll have to be online, grossenberg.com. Doors are closed. They're taking the day off too. Happy Labor Day from the staff at Grossenberg Implement.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierce, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
This is Randy Schumacher, owner of Capital City Monuments. There is a difference in monument companies. Families should never be pressured. It is my policy that out of respect for families that have lost a loved one, that I will not call them. I will send you a gentle letter along with my services that I have to offer. My reputation has been built on knowledge, quality, trust, and caring service to families before, during, and after the memorial is complete. Call Randy Schumacher at Capital City Monuments, 224-4411.
It's tough to buy a vehicle nowadays, isn't it? They're so hard to find. At Harry K. Ford of Winter, we will never buy a 2020-21 vehicle and then turn around and ask you, our valued customers, to pay more than what the vehicle cost brand new. Those other guys, they don't do that. Research your options, get a Carfax, and remember, we sell new vehicles way below MSRP because that's just the way we do business. Harry K. Ford of Winter. Family, friends, and Fords, always in that order.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls.
We started off, we were laid an egg out in Timberlake, and we knew we had to get better, and I felt like we played better against Parkston, and two very, very good teams there, and then I felt like we played even better yet against Bonhomme. It's a tough team and very well-coached team, so I expect them to have a good season as well. So we've gotten better each game, and hopefully we finally, like I said, we cross the mountain here and we get that win.
Qualifier that Barrett Schweitzer did play very well last week. You were glad to have him play the way he did, and you'll be able to use him, I know, in some instances this season, but I know at the same time you'll be glad to have Levi Stover back tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Levi's a senior leader for us. He's a captain. You know, he's tough. He works hard. He's a very coachable player, and you know, he's one of those guys that, you know, when we saw that on the injury report and we knew that we weren't going to have him, we knew it was big shoes to fill, and Barrett did a great job, and Barrett will still find himself on the football field because of how well he played, and we got to just do a better job as coaches to keep moving personnel around to find the best 9 guys we can, and there's going to be times when Barrett and Levi are both out there. So like I said, we're just trying to put this puzzle together and find some pieces that fit, and hopefully we did tonight.
And the other player that's out, Caden Heesen, you say he's not all that far from coming back?
Yep, Caden Heesen, we could expect to have him back next week. You know, once again, another senior leader that was out for us, so looking forward to having him back and joining the team as well.
All right, this Sully Buttes team started well, 2 wins. Everybody knows how good that Lyman is team that they ran into last week, but I don't think that takes away. Obviously, last year was very frustrating for that team, and they've already turned it around in a pretty good way. What are you expecting from them tonight?
Man, another hard-fought game. I really like the Shaw boys. They really do a nice job for them. The young Whitler kid does a lot of really good things for them as well. Like I said before, they're really well coached, and I know they're always going to have their kids in the right spot. So it's going to come down to, you know, our players finding a way to get the next play going and take advantage of some of the situations we can find.
And making plays. That's what it comes down to, and you want more of that. Has the frustration level, do you feel, been minimized? I know it's been easy for it to be up there. Do you feel like it's been fairly minimized so far?
Yeah, I think that's what comes with having a good senior group. You know, I've got a lot of good senior athletes that have played a lot of varsity football. They know that, you know, even in years past, our best football, we don't start playing that until October. Mm-hmm. So they understand that we've played, you know, as bad as we want to play, and we've gotten a little bit better each game, and if we keep going in that direction, we're going to end up where we want to be.
Max Folk, the head coach of the Stanley County Buffaloes, as his team has another road test against the Sully Buttes Chargers. I thank you and wish you the best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, let's quickly go through the starting lineups. You've heard from our friends at Montana Dakota Utilities, and they bring you these starting lineups. Lathan Prince, the quarterback for Stanley County, the senior. Levi Stover back at fullback, as we mentioned, and Evan Nordstrom, who's had 3 good games so far, close to 300 yards. He's the tailback. Gavin Irving at wide receiver. Chase Hansen will see plenty of time. Dason Titzy and Brock Zeeb are the ends. Strand Scott and Noah Baldwin are the guards, with Caden Heesen still out. Baldwin, the freshman, plays, and Nathaniel Nelson at center. Landon Hepker, the junior quarterback, starting for a 3rd year for Sully Buttes, and so is senior running back Jordan Shaw. Thomas Ferries, who started to play more last year, the junior
here. Marshall Whitler, the wide receiver. Tyler Marshall and Logan Severson are on the end. Severson really is a wide receiver. They basically go with 4 in the front. Reese Voorhees, Dwight Kinney are the guards, and 3-year starter Jesse Shaw is the center. We're going to come back and take a 2-minute break right here, but when we come back, we will tell you about the law on the field, and we're not far from getting this game going. But let's take 2 minutes right here on the Becky Plattsburgh State Farm pregame show. It is Stanley County, Sully Buttes here in Oneida. Back in 2 minutes on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
With convenient mobile deposit and mobile banking from Sunrise Bank, it's easier than ever to manage your money. You can quickly check your account balances, review your transaction history, make account transfers, and mobile deposits all from your phone. See how easy it is to keep up with your finances. Download the Sunrise Bank Dakota app today. Sunrise Bank proudly sponsors Sully Buttes Charger athletics and activities and wishes them the best of luck. Sunrise Bank Dakota, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Jody from Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Now is the time to take advantage of our refinance program with rates as low as 2.49%, plus no payments for 90 days. Give me a call at 224-4844 or stop up and meet the new friendly faces at our new location on North Garfield Avenue next to the Northridge Plaza. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
The Corner in Oneida is a proud sponsor of Sully Buttes Athletics and Youth Activities. Are you on your way to cheer on the Chargers? Stop by the Corner for all your needs, including fuel, pizza, burgers, chicken, salads, snacks, beverages, and so much more. Check out the lunch specials on Facebook. Conveniently call in your order at 258-2400. The crew at the Corner is proud of the hard work and determination the students show in all their school activities and wish them the best of luck.
Back at Oneida now, let's tell you about the law on the field. It's brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. So let's hear from those good folks, and we'll tell you who these officials are when we return to Oneida in 30 here on KGFX.
It's your lucky day. You've just won a sweepstakes and you received a cashier's check to cover the cost of claiming your winnings. All you need to do is deposit the check and wire a portion of the money to pay those fees. There's just one catch. It's a scam. If you deposit the check and wire the money, your bank will soon learn the check is a fake and you are responsible to pay it back. The Attorney General's Office of Consumer Protection wants you to know that counterfeit check scams are on the rise. For more information, contact their office, 1-800-300-1986.
And pristine beauty makes Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win, more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
Coin toss happening, so we'll find out who has the football first in just a bit. Again, it's hazy, but it's nice. It's around 80 degrees here in Oneida. This is an east-west field, and there is not much of a breath of wind at all. Stanley County did win the toss, or Sully Buttes, I should say, won the toss. They decided to defer their option to the second half, so Stanley County is going to take the football to start this game. And let's see if the Buffalo offense can have the start that it did last week, which was a 12-0 lead early on against Bonham in Tyndall. And the Sully Buttes defense will be put to the test right away. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, 1060 KGFX Pier, rebroadcasting on K276GT, 103.1 FM Fort Pierre. Drive sober or get pulled over. I'm David Burrow. Brent Breed's our studio coordinator. Don't forget you can see this game also at the KGFX page, at the DRG News app, and at drgnews.com. Twins baseball is back on KGFX tomorrow evening from Target Field. And the opponent, the Kansas City Royals, as they're in for the weekend. 5:30 tomorrow and noon on Sunday. And then don't forget that makeup game with the Yankees in New York on Monday. But football's what we're talking about tonight. And it'll be Landon Hepker to kick for Sully Buttes. Waiting are Evan Nordstrom and Lathan Prince back at their 10. Home purple uniforms with white numerals and gold helmets. Short kick taken by Hansen at his 37, chased to the 40, and he's brought down there. And they'd rather keep it away from especially Nordstrom, although Prince, they know Prince can run too. Jesse Shaw made the stop. So Stanley County will start from their own 40-yard line with the first possession of the fourth game of this season for both teams. Stanley County on the road, mainly white uniforms. The purple and gold piping on the shoulders and pants. Snap back to Prince, hands to Nordstrom, got brought down just a little behind the line of scrimmage. Good aggressive play by Jordan Shaw. Again, one of the experienced players for this Sully Buttes team, and it was one of those two guys that was pointed out by Max Foth. Jesse Shaw and Jordan Shaw, they're on either side of this three-man front. Second down, call it 11. Stanley County from their 39-yard line. Man in motion from right to left is Evan Nordstrom. Stanley County going from right to left, west to east in this first half. Titsy now lines up in a wing back to the left. Pistol formation, snap back to Prince. Some pressure, throws in a screen left for Titsy, 45, midfield, first down, 45 of Sully Buttes, trying to break away from a tackle, but he's all the way to the 40-yard line of the Chargers.
Prince's pass to Titsy is complete.
Set up the screen very nicely there, and Prince finds Dason Titsy for a good game, and finally it was Hepker who came in for the hit, but that one works well for the Buffaloes. It is a gain to the 40-yard line of Sully Buttes, 1st and 10. As Nordstrom, the man in motion, handoff. Stover hit behind the line, comes forward for about 2 to the Sully Buttes 38-yard line before Reese Voorhees came in to bring him down. So very early on the opportunity here for Stover to play. As we say, he was in a football uniform but not pads last week, could not play due to a shoulder injury. Bringing in the play, Lathan Prince. Split wide to the right, Evan Nordstrom. Second down and 8, Stanley County. They're at the Sully Buttes 38. We're about 2 minutes into the game here in Oneida, and we're glad to have you with us. I backfield behind Lathan. Prince is under center, which is relatively rare. Handed off to Stover, right guard, 35, 33. Another good gain for Levi. Has about 5 more yards before Trevor Marshall brought him in. But Stover has 5 more and setting up.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
3rd and short. 3rd and about 3. And you know Stanley County's point of view, this is 2 downs, not 1, to make a little more than 3 yards. From right to left, again Nordstrom wide out to the right. Same alignment. Handed off, and this is Schweitzer around right end. 30, 28, 27. He has the first down. Still, finally, his forward progress is stopped near the 26-yard line, and Barrett Schweitzer, who filled in really pretty nicely last week.
Gain of 6 on the play brings up 1st and 10 for the Buffalo.
Brought it all the way to the 27-yard line of Sully Buttes for a first down. Thomas Ferry's made the stop. But Stanley County, after the shorter kickoff, started from their 40. Now they're at the Sully Buttes 27, 1st and 10. 9:08 left in a scoreless first quarter. 2 wideouts to the left. Gavin Irving and Dason Titsey. Evan Nordstrom in motion from right to left. Prince wants to throw left. Finds Nordstrom on a screen. Caught 25. Tackle broken near the 20-yard line. Evan is down. But Stanley County
Nordstrom complete.
is picking up
Shaw.
yardage in
Gain
really
of
good
about
chunks.
6 on the play brings up 2nd and 4.
Jordan Shaw came back to make the stop right on the 20-yard line. 2nd down and 3 for Stanley County, and this offense is starting well. Prince is 2 for 2. Stover with a good carry. Schweitzer with a good carry. Now a 4-receiver set. 2 each way. Only Stover in the backfield with Prince on 2nd and 3 at the Sully Buttes 20. Roll right by Lathan on the run pass option. Runs outside to the right 15. To the 10. Right sideline up. Here comes a flag. Prince is down inside the 5-yard line. But the flag came from the side.
12 on the play.
As the run was in progress, which
Tackled by Shaw, flag on the play.
Make you think it might be a hold, and we referred to it earlier, the penalties that really bogged down Stanley County, especially in that final drive a week ago, where they had the opportunity. They were within the bottom 15, inside there at one point, but a big penalty brought them back. And Stanley County's walking backwards because of a hold.
Holding against the offense.
So a very untimely penalty wiped out a really good run of about 17 yards by Lathan Prince, but instead of being 1st and goal in about the 3, the ball's back
penalty replay, 2nd down
at the 26-yard line. So 6 yards back from that line of scrimmage. So it's 2nd down and 9. 2nd and 9. Stanley County from right to left. Sully Buttes 26. 2 receivers right and 1 to the left. Hanson wide right. Nordstrom in a slot. Pistol formation again for Prince. RPO for him, but Shaw has a hand on him right away. May have made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Loss of 1 actually brings up 3rd and 10.
Boy, he was wrapped up right away by Shaw. And no gain, though, we'll call that, as he maybe lost 9 inches or so. So it's still 3rd down and 9. Stanley County converted a 3rd down. That was with that Schweitzer run earlier in this drive. They've had the ball the first 4, 38, 39, 40 of the game. 7:20 left first quarter, no score. Way back in the huddle, and Stanley County taking their time here. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. 3rd and 9, Stanley County, Sully Buttes 26. Looking at a 4-man front. Nordstrom wide to the right. Sully Buttes showing like they might blitz here. Let's see. Snap to Prince. Throws quickly. Left side on one hop to Irving. It's incomplete.
Prince's pass is incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
He just short hopped Gavin right there. The first incompletion by Prince. Just over 5 minutes into the game, Stanley County faces 4th down. Well, all of this work, they've made it to the 26 of Sully Buttes. But they have a little bit of Sully County territory to go here on 4th down. They still need 9 yards. Lathan Prince receives the play from Max Foth. Brings it into the huddle. Chase Hansen wide to the right. Wide to the left, Gavin Irving. Slot to the left is Evan Nordstrom. 4th and 9. Stanley County wants to keep it going. Big play here early on for them. Pistol formation again. Snap back to Prince. Good protection. Throws left flat. Irving caught it. 15. Breaks away. He's down to the 10 and 9-yard line. 1st and goal.
Prince's pass to Irving is complete. Tackled by Barber.
The completion.
Gain of 15 on the play. Brings up 1st and goal for the Buffaloes.
Good protection. Irving able to turn around and make the catch for a big 17-yard gain on 4th down and 9. And now 1st and goal for Stanley County. Big play there. Nordstrom very wide to the right. Now an I backfield behind Stover. It's Schweitzer, and it's dotted by Stover, who takes the handoff, and here comes a flag. Stover's across the 5 and now down to the 4-yard line.
Stover with the carry.
Lucas Arco brought him down. Cohen but the flag is again a hold against Stanley County, wiping out a 5-yard run.
Flag on the play.
So it's the second holding penalty on this drive against Stanley County. So instead of being at the 4, it's going to be all the way back.
After the 10-yard penalty, it remains first and goal.
At the 18-yard line, 10 yards from where the foul happened. So it's first and goal, but now it's back at the 18. 3-man front for Sully Buttes. Jesse and Jordan, Shaw, and Reese Voorhees. 4 receivers set again, 2 to the right, Nordstrom and Hansen, 2 to the left, Titsey and Irving. Now Dason Titsey in motion from left to right. Right in front of Prince, Lathan's in a shotgun formation. A roll to the right, nobody open, so he just tucks it under and moves to the right guard, and has a couple, but no more than that.
Shaw. Gain of a couple on the play.
Shaw again in on another play. So it is second down now. Second and goal, but at the 16. What a drive for Stanley County. They've now had the ball over 6.5 minutes. They would certainly like a reward from it, needing points. No score early on here in Oneida. Same formation, 2 receivers each way. Pistol formation for Lathan Prince. Levi Stover's beside him in the backfield. And again, Dason Titsey comes in motion from left to right on second and goal at the 16. Snap is back to Lathan. Little high, takes it, tries to run ahead. He's plowed back. And again, charges in, and he seems is in on every play. Well, he's an excellent athlete. We've known that.
One on the play.
Seeing Sully Buttes over the years. And now, this is back to the 18. So call that a sack. It is third down and goal now at the 18. It would have been at the 4 a moment ago had it not been for that holding penalty. But instead, third and goal for Stanley County. They're at the 18-yard line of Sully Buttes. No score, 4:27 in the first quarter. Stanley County's had the ball over 7.5 minutes. Titsey again in motion from left to right. Snap back to Lathan Prince. He looks, throws left side for Irving in the end zone, just out of his reach. Just a little behind him.
Pass to Irving is incomplete.
He was open as the defender, Gavin Barber, had really run past him. But Irving, it would have been a tough catch, but he could not hang on. Now we're down already to 4:14 left in the first quarter. Stanley County converted a 4th down a moment ago. But to convert this one, they'll have to score on 4th and goal from the Sully Buttes 18. Hansen wide to the right and 3 receivers to the left as they show this look for the first time tonight. About in the middle of the field. Shotgun formation this time for Prince. Snap back to the senior quarterback. Rolls to the right. Wants Hansen. Wants somebody in the end zone. Throws against his body. Caught by Irving at the 2. Into the end zone for a Sully Buttes touchdown. Irving was about the last option there, I think.
Complete touchdown, Stanley County.
But he caught it on the curl at about the 3, moves past the defender, and Stanley County, with a nearly 8-minute drive, has scored the first points of the night. They're up 6-0 as Prince has his second touchdown in as many weeks. And for the first time this season, Stanley County is going to try a kick for an extra point. It is Colton Brady. He kicked late a couple of weeks back when Tyler Leiferman was injured on a kickoff, but Brady, the freshman, well, we now know he's their place kicker. That one got deflected, and it's bit wide to the right. Blocked at the line.
Short, so
still
4 minutes, 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Your score, Stanley County 6.
Stanley County has scored first.
0.
And we'll take a 30-second break right here with 4:05 left first quarter in Oneida. Stanley County leads Sully Buttes 6-0. More for you in 30 seconds on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
How about a nearly 8-minute drive by the Stanley County Buffaloes? 7 minutes, 55 seconds, 13 plays, 60 yards. They did have penalties that they didn't stop the drive this time. Instead, it ended on 4th and goal from the Sully Buttes 18 with the Lathan Prince touchdown pass to Gavin Irving. Brady's extra point no good, but Stanley County is on top by a score of 6-0. High school football on 1060 103.1 KGFX, brought to you by Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, the corner of Era St. Mary's Hospital and Stewart and Daughters. And don't forget, in our postgame, it's our Bauman Lumber player of the game. We'll bring that to you. Stanley County already on the field, and Tyler Leiferman's ready to kick, but Mark Sefner still has his Sully Butte special teams around him. Now they come out on the field. Thomas Ferries will be deep to receive for the Sully Buttes Chargers.
Leiferman the kick for the Buffaloes. Ferris and Whitler to receive.
Along with Marshall Whitler. So Stanley County 8 up. Nearly 8 of the 12 minutes of this first quarter, nearly 2/3 of it, and they're on the board early on. You want to wear a defense down, and they didn't even do it with all running plays. But you keep a defense on the field 8 minutes. Remember, a lot of these guys have to play both ways anyway. That can get into your head as much as anything. Ferris knocked it out of bounds. He ran up on it at about the 20. And bobbled
brings up 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
Backwards at about 3 yards. And Sully Buttes in not a great spot for them here. They will have to start at their 17-yard line. So let's see what this offense can do. This is an experienced quarterback in Jordan Hepker. With Jordan Shaw in the backfield, Thomas Ferris is the lone setback with him this time as wideouts are either side. Sully Buttes 1st and 10 from their 17. Hepker with a keeper around right end 20, down to his 22-yard line for 5 on the first play.
Hepker with the carry.
Before Andrew Fredrickson, who made several big plays, very good ones last week
play, brings up 2nd and
against
6.
Bonham. He gained 5 that time, and it's 2nd down and 5. For Sully Buttes at their 22. Well, this first quarter, it's going by quickly, but one team has an 8-minute drive. That'll happen. Wide man to the right, Marshall Whitler. Wide to the left is the sophomore Logan Severson. 2nd down 5. Sully Buttes from their 22. Bad snap goes through Whitler. He has to fall on it back near the 11-yard line. The snap was a little bit wide.
On the play recovered by the Chargers.
And Whitler is able to fall on it. Or Hepker, I should say, but
loss of 14 on the play.
Oh, that's all the way back to the 10-yard line. And they lost 12 yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and forever for Sully Buttes. Their 3rd down and 17. They're back at their 10-yard line. Man in motion, snap back to Hepker. Landon throws to the right. Once Ferris, he made the catch at his 38-yard line, and he's out of bounds at the 40. He gives the first down signal, and he made a nice catch.
30 on the play, brings up
31 yards on the 41-yard line
Irving.
Before Gavin Irving brought him down, but Ferris made a really, really nice turn on Irving there. So a 31-yard gain, 32 in fact, puts Sully Buttes out to their 42, 1st and 10. Stanley County on top, 6-0. Handoff, and through left guard goes
Shaw with the carry,
Jordan
tackled by
Shaw
Leiferman, gain of 2
for
on
a
the play,
couple
brings
before
up 2nd
Tyler
and 8.
Leiferman brought him down. So Shaw, we've already called Jordan Shaw's name a lot. He made several good defensive plays when Stanley County had the football, another one of his experienced players, and Mark Steffner's really going to lean on these seniors because there aren't a lot of them on this team. 1:58 in the first quarter. Sully Buttes from left to right, 2nd and 8 from their 44 in their road purple uniforms. Hepker, keeper, dives forward. Got an ankle
with the carry.
touch
Gain
of the
of
line of
about 5 on the
scrimmage and
play.
fell forward to his 49 for about 5 yards. And that'll make it third
Brings up
down
3rd and 4.
and about 4. Closer to 3, actually, for Sully Buttes. Down to 1:25 in the first quarter. Stanley County in front 6-0 after a drive of nearly 8 minutes that ended in a touchdown pass from Prince to Irving. 3rd and 3 from their 49. Hand it to Shaw, and he stopped at the line, maybe forward a foot or so, but no more. Leiferman was in there. Prince was in there.
Shaw with the carry, tackled by Stover. No gain on the play, brings up
Stover
4th
was in
down.
there too. But well stuffed by Stanley County there. And near the midfield stripe, 4th down and a long 2, and Sully Buttes will keep their offense on the field. Severson is wide to the left, wide to the right, Marshall Whitler. Let's see what Landon Hepker does too. Well, he'll send Whitler in orbit motion behind him. A roll left, and Hepker dives forward. He has the first down. Brought down across the Stanley County
Hepker with the carry.
45-yard line. And good
Gain
recognition
of about
there.
5 on the play,
That's
brings
the
up
true
1st and 10 for the Chargers.
run-pass option right there.
Tackled by Hansen.
Hansen credited with that tackle, but Sully Buttes converts a 4th down. Stanley County converted 2 the first time they had the ball. 17 seconds. Let's see if Sully Buttes snaps it before this first quarter ends. Looks like they may. 1st and 10 at the Stanley County 45. Whitler again in that orbit motion from right to left behind Hepker, who rolls to the right, fakes the pitch, now does pitch. Fredrickson trying to chase him down and does, and a flag comes down at the end of the first
Whitler
quarter.
with the carry.
Let's see what this
Tackled by
is.
Fredrickson.
The
Flag on the
flag came out as the run was nearly over. The gain was about a yard, but it's going to be a hold on Stanley County. So that'll help out Sully Buttes. We'll sort it all out when the second quarter begins. At the end of 1 on the Wegner Auto scoreboard here in Oneida. It's Stanley County 6, Sully Buttes nothing. Wegner Auto, the one place to go. Back in a minute with second quarter action from Oneida on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year. Do you have
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Explanation that Stanley County head coach Max Foth is receiving from the referee, Mr. Hutmaker, is not satisfying him at all. In fact, this is all the way forward to the 34-yard line of Stanley County, and that gives Sully Buttes an absolute gift first down from Stanley County's point of view anyway. Max Foth is in disbelief about this, but it's been called. And 11 yards and a nice gift-wrapped box for Sully Buttes, who now moves from right to left. They're trailing 6-0 as the second quarter begins. 1st and 10, Stanley County 34. Landon Hepker, pistol formation. The snap rolls to him. He picks it up. Pump fakes, throws long of Whitler's wide open at the 10. But Nevin Nordstrom knocks it down. Great play by
Whitler's
Nevin.
pass to Whitler is incomplete.
A little bit of an arc on that ball, but Evan Nordstrom was able
Brings up
to
second down.
break the play up. And it'll be second down and 10 for Sully Buttes. I think Evan Nordstrom just saved 6 points right there. Now, you had time to time it, certainly, because the ball, as we say, was on a very high arc. Second and 10, Sully Buttes. Stanley County 34. Whitler wide to the right. Severson is wide to the left. Only Shaw in the backfield. He takes the handoff, but nowhere to go as Strand Scott wraps him up and brings him down back at the 37.
Tackle by Scott.
Boy, big Strand.
Loss of 2 on the play. Brings up loss of
put him all the way back at the 38-yard line. That is a 4-yard loss for Shaw. And Sully Buttes not where they want to be. Third down 14. They're at the Stanley County 38. 75 yards of offense in the first quarter for Stanley County. Sully Buttes right now at 46. A nearly 8-minute drive for the Stanley County scoring drive. Third and 14, Sully Buttes at the Stanley County 38. It is a handoff as it comes on the left side to Shaw, but here comes another flag.
Carry, knocked out of bounds.
Shaw is forced out of bounds near the 31, but I don't think this is going to be something Sully Buttes likes. It's short of a first down, too. If it's on Sully Buttes, let's see. It's a block in the back.
Legal block in the back by the Chargers.
So, Max Foth, even though the play would have been short of a first down, said, nope, push him back. No, I'm not cheerleading. push him back, way back, right? The block in the back against Sully Buttes, and this penalty will march them all the way back to the Stanley County 49-yard line. And that makes it 3rd and 25. First penalty on Sully Buttes. Stanley County's had 3 already. So Max Foth says, yeah, we can trust our defense. Mark Sefner says, let's get something big here, boys. First minute, second quarter. Stanley County leading 6-0. Sully Buttes football. They're 3rd and 25 at the 49-yard line of Stanley County. Receivers split each way. Marshall Whitler, one of them, now in motion, but a straight motion this time. Snap back to Hepker. Protection's good for Landon. Little pressure. Throws right. Whitler caught it, but it's at the 30.
Hepker's pass is complete.
Yard line, well short of the first down.
Whitler.
Landon Prince was over there to
gain of about 15 on the play. Brings up 4th down.
So, it's at the 32, in fact, and it's going to be 4th down. Probably the 33. It's 4th down and about 9. But Sully Buttes will keep their offense on the field. They did convert a 4th down in the first quarter. Of course, Stanley County converted 2, including the touchdown. A little less than 9 needed here for the Sully Buttes Chargers at the Stanley County 33. 4th down, and let's call it a long 8. Orbit motion again from right to left for Whitler. Snap back to Hepker. That option pitch to Whitler. He's way back in the backfield. He's just pushed down by Levi Stover Whitler at the 32 as if to say, what are you doing here? That's enough of that.
Tackle by Irving.
Well, it was a good
gain of a couple on the play. Turnover on downs brings up
idea
for the Buffaloes.
Sully Buttes, but they only gained about a yard out of it, and Stanley County will take over at their 32 with 10-10 left in the first half. This is just the second possession for Stanley County. The first was an 8-minute touchdown drive. Stanley County leads this game by a score of 6-0. We're so glad to have you with us. Remember, you can see it at the KGFX page of the DRG News app and at drgnews.com. First and 10, Stanley County from their 32. Toss left to Stover. Wants a block, has a block. 32-33, but the protection broke down pretty quickly.
Stover with the carry.
And Levi's brought down after only
Marshall.
About a couple. And
gain of a couple on the play, brings up second down.
Lucas R. Corin, the freshman defensive back for Stanley County. Well, Sully Buttes just had the ball just under 6 minutes, but had nothing to show for it. This is only the third possession of this game, and we're 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Second down and 8, Stanley County from their 34. High backfield, receiver to the right. Handoff Stover, up the middle, 35. Hole closed up quickly. Stover down to about his 38-yard line.
Stover with the carry, tackled by Yellowhawk. Gain of a
Chase
couple on the play, brings
Yellowhawk
up
was
third down.
in on the play. The rodeo athlete did a little wrangling there. And Stanley County at their 37 now faces a 3rd down and 5. They were 1 of 3 on 3rd down in that touchdown drive, but as we mentioned, 2 of 2 on 4th down. 2 receivers left and 2 to the right. Stanley County from left to right, their 3rd and 5 from their 37. Nordstrom in motion from right to left. Prince in a little trouble, has to throw on the run, caught by Hansen, 45. First down to his 49-yard line. A little bit of an improv there as the rush was coming.
Prince's pass to Hansen is complete, tackled by Whitler.
To Lathan Prince, and he found...
Brings up enough for Buffalo first down.
Chase Hansen for the first down, and he has continued to play well. Marshall Whitler, the corner, made the stop. But it's a gain of 12 and a first down for Stanley County. As this time they convert on 3rd down. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left, and 1 is to the right. Near what would be the left hash. 1st and 10 Stanley County from their 49. Nordstrom from left to right in motion. Handoffs over up the middle midfield. 45 of Sully Buttes before he is
Stover with the carry, tackled by Hepker. Gain of 5 on the play, brings up 2nd and 9.
But a good gain again for Levi, who Nordstrom has only carried the ball once, but Stover starting to pick it up. That's his 5th carry, in fact, for 18 yards. 2nd down, long 4 for Stanley County. Right on the Sully Buttes 45-yard line. 7:39 and a fast-moving first half. 6-0 Stanley County in front. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Blitz look by Sully Buttes. Stanley County trying to pick it up. Prince in some trouble. Runs. He's across the line of scrimmage. Got to keep running now. He's at the 40 and he's out of bounds inside
Prince
the 40, but that'll be enough for the first down.
Taken out of bounds by Yellowhawk.
Almost let go of that
of 6
ball.
on the play.
Too
Brings up
late.
1st and 10 for the Buffaloes.
But Chase Yellowhawk brings him down past the line the Buffs needed. In fact, Stanley County's at the Sully Buttes 38 for a first down and a gain of 7. So they have 30 yards rushing, Stanley County does, on 11 carries. And Evan Nordstrom, who has had 3 good games in a row, has had only 1 carry so far, as he's been a wideout a lot of the time, or at least in the slot where he is now on the left side. 1st and 10 Stanley County, Sully Buttes 38. Nordstrom's the man in motion from left to right. In the pistol for Lathan Prince. Snap is back to him. Fakes the handoff to Stover on play action. A roll right by Lathan. Little screen caught is Titsy and dropped immediately. Good pursuit by Thomas Ferries.
Prince's pass to Titsy is complete.
For a minimal gain.
Gain of 1 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Just only about a yard. Ferries started to play more and more as last year went along for Sully Buttes. And eventually he took Brian Hill's spot for the most part, and he just continued to play good football through what was his sophomore year. He's a junior this year. 2nd and 9, Stanley County, Sully Buttes 37. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. 3 men in the front for the Sully Buttes Chargers. Prince looks at them from a shotgun formation this time. Snap back to Lathan. A roll to the right, and a wide open Nordstrom has it. 10, 5, touchdown, Stanley County. Evan Nordstrom had Thomas Ferris beat by 5 yards. And once the ball found Nordstrom, he ran untouched into the end zone. And Stanley County has 2 touchdowns in 2 drives. This one wasn't quite as long as the last one, but Stanley County's glad it ended the same way the first drive did. So after the extra point was missed on the first possession, Stanley County will keep the offense on the field this time and go for 2 after they take their first time out of this first half. And this is,
Stanley County,
as always, an Agtegra timeout. Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. We'll keep it here during this timeout, and that'll give us a little bit of an opportunity to see what else is going on the scoreboard early on this Friday evening. It's 12-0 for Stanley County here, leading Sully Buttes as they've scored on each of their first 2 positions. But let's see what we can find in other 9AA teams. Bonham hosting Wolsey Wessington in Tyndall. Warbirds trying to start 4-0. They're even. I figured that'd be a good game. 6 minutes left first quarter. Faulkton area and Leola Frederick area are even at 8. They are early in the second. Ipswich 20-0 over Northwestern. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Parkston at home is leading the defending champion Platte Geddes Black Panthers at the end of one. 7-0. Parkston, and of course the Buffaloes saw them in week 2. Parkston played well against Hanson the opener and then beat Stanley County in that second game. Long game, a long way to go yet. An experienced Platte Geddes team will certainly have something more to say about that one. So Stanley County has taken their first time out to set up this 2-point conversion. And in Governor Volleyball, a 25-9 win over Sturgis in the first set. Brian Oakland has that on River 92.7. Here comes the 2-point conversion try for Stanley County with 2 receivers each way. Again, that wide spread that they like to do on these conversions. In motion to the right is Dateson Titsy. Snap back to Prince. Fakes, runs straight ahead, untouched into the end zone. It's Stanley County by 14. Now let's take a 1-minute break. 6:27 left in the first half here in Oneida. Now it's Stanley County 14, Sully Buttes nothing. Back in 1 minute on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Mile High Air Guns is your first resource for all major brands of powderless and airsoft guns, parts, and accessories, as well as self-defense items at a reasonable and competitive price. As an added bonus, all purchases over $150 ship free. Not to mention that we are the only powderless gun store that accepts all major forms of cryptocurrency. Visit MileHighAirGuns.com today for the latest releases and some of the best prices on the net. Mile High Air Guns is a proud sponsor of South Dakota youth sports and activities featured on LiveTicket.tv.
Of all the things you can teach a child, how to handle money is one of the most important. Their knowledge, discipline, and control in the area of money will follow them wherever they may go, and in every area of their life. Teach them the facts of money. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Only 3 minutes and 43 seconds, not 8 minutes like the first drive, but 7 plays, 68 yards, and Stanley County scores again. Another touchdown pass by Lathan Prince, his second of the game. This one to Evan Nordstrom, and Prince ran it in for 2. So Stanley County's lead is now 14-0 with 6:27 left in the first half. Tyler Leiferman is ready to kick. Thomas Ferris, Marshall Whittler is set back to receive at the 13. The kick's deeper this time, takes a left turn, having to run up on it and then fall on it is Whittler because Andrew Fredrickson was near that football. Sully Buttes will start at their 25. High school football in 1060, 103.1 KGFX is brought to you by Brett Spray Service, Ferding Electric, Sunrise Bank, Dakota, and by Venture Communications. They're going to get everyone a hydration break here, so why don't we take another 1 minute break? 6:25 in the first half here in Oneida, and Stanley County leads Sully Buttes 14-0. Back in 1 minute, this is high school football on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Harry K. Ford, your go-to dealer for transparency and the lowest prices. From sales to service, we pride ourselves on transparency and low prices. It's who we are every day. Family, friends, and Fords, in that order.
To have us at your service and at your side. Fisher Rounds & Associates, serving South Dakota farmers with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Sully Buttes will try to get it going again. Stanley County has had 2 possessions, 2 scores. Sully Buttes after the kickoff had to be fallen upon. Starts from their 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Logan Severson lines up wide to the left. Wide man to the right, 2. Right hash, wide side to the left. From right to left go the Chargers. Landon Hepker. He's got a good arm. Finds Ferries. Wants him. It's intercepted, though. Gavin Irving at his 40 at the 45 of Sully Buttes to the 40. 35 to the 30. And finally out of bounds. And here comes the flag. And another at the end of the play. Might be for the same infraction. But Gavin Irving
tackled out of bounds.
Made the interception and a pretty good return, and let's see what this flag is for. It's going to be Stanley County football. It is a post-possession foul, as the officials like to say. Where it's spotted right now is at the 21-yard line. It was a good return by Gavin Irving. But 2 officials, I think, saw the same thing. And it might be bringing at least some of this return back. But we'll see. We haven't seen an official yet from Mr. Hutmaker. Now we have, and
we have a block in the back
on Stanley County, and also a horse collar tackle on Sully Buttes. Again, all of that post-possession, so Stanley County's going to keep the ball
after the interception, so first and 10 for Stanley County.
What happens here is that the penalties are going to offset. And Stanley County will have it where Irving was brought down at the end of the return in great field position at the Sully Buttes 22-yard line. 6:12 remaining in the first half. Stanley County already up 14-0, and now they'll try to take advantage of a Sully Buttes turnover. Hepker, he's got a good arm, but he really overshot Ferries there by about 10 yards. And Gavin Irving had a relatively easy pick. Under center is Lathan Prince, with Irving one of the wide men. Prince under some pressure, throws right, and finds Titsy somehow, and he is out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Complete.
I don't think
by Ferris and Alcoran
at all that play was drawn up that way, but
gain of about 8 on the play brings
Prince
up 2nd and 2.
Had 2 defenders bearing down on him, and he made it all the way to the 15-yard line, and now Sully Buttes is going to call their first timeout. We'll take a minute as well. 6:03 first half. Stanley County driving and leading Sully Buttes 14-0. Back in a minute. This is high school football. 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Service Master of Pier is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup? Service Master of Pier is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
If you're hunting for a great deal on your next ride, get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. We're locked and loaded on all of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit GatewayFLT.com.
Stanley County, after the interception by Gavin Irving, that was the 23-yard line where that play began. The completion of 8 to Dason Titsy makes it to the Sully Buttes 15, where it's 2nd and 2. 6:03 in the first half. Stanley County 14, Sully Buttes nothing on 2 touchdown passes by Lathan Prince, 1 to Gavin Irving and 1 to Evan Nordstrom. On 2nd down and 2, again, out of the eye. This is the more traditional look, and Lathan Prince is under center. Nordstrom in motion from right to left. Little bit of a bobble on the snap. Prince tried to fall on it, but he could not. And Landon Hepker did instead. And Sully Buttes football. The bobble happened on the snap. The ball never really made it cleanly into Lathan Prince's hands. And it is fumbled away. And Hepker has it back at his 11-yard line. So Sully Buttes will take over at their 11 with 5:59 to go in the first half. Under center is Hepker, and a toss is nearly behind Ferries, and Thomas had to fall on it behind the line of scrimmage. The pitch had a lot of spin on it, and it was tough to handle for Ferries.
Loss of 4 on the play brings up 2nd and 14.
But he was able to land on the ball and landed on it all the way back at about the 8-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and 13 for Sully Buttes from their 8-yard line. Toss to the left. This one's cleaner, but Ferries is brought down right away. Chase Hansen.
Ferris with the carry.
Made another good stop as Hansen's been
Tackle by Hansen, no gain on the
doing
play.
the job of
Brings up
defense
3rd down.
tonight. No gain there. Makes it 3rd and 13 for Sully Buttes back at their 8. And the problems that this Sully Buttes team faced here against Lyman last week, they're facing again. They're not able to move the football very well. But a lot, as we say, of underclassmen playing on both sides of the ball for this team. They won their first 2, but then lost to Lyman. Leiferman came out of his stance. Throw on the left to Whitler is caught. Did they not throw the flag? Boy, Stanley County might have gotten away with one there.
Whitler is complete. Tackle by Nordstrom.
Pass to Whitler completed with Nordstrom bringing him
Gain of
down,
5 on the play,
but
brings up
only a
4th
gain
down.
of about 5. Well, it sure looked like Evan Nordstrom came out of his stance before that play began, but they did not call it. And from
Irving deep to receive. Hepker to punt.
the 12-yard line, it'll be 4th down and about 9. Landon Hepker is the punter. Gavin Irving is standing on his 48. Stanley County's field position should be good. End over end kick. Run on at the 44. Sully Buttes by Irving, and Gavin is brought down after about 3 or 4 near the 40-yard line of the Chargers.
Irving with the return.
By
Tackled by
Ferris.
Alcorin. Brings up
But
1st and 10
Stanley
for the
County,
Buffaloes.
they'll spot it at the Sully Buttes 41, will again start in positive territory, although they had the fumble the last time. 3:33 remains in the first half here in Oneida. Stanley County leading Sully Buttes by a score of 14-0. 2 touchdown passes for Lathan Prince, who is in the shotgun formation here with 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right, a wing run. Nordstrom in motion. He takes the handoff but fumbles it, falls back upon it near his 48.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Buffaloes.
It was not really a clean handoff.
Loss of 5 on the play, brings up 2nd and 15.
But Nordstrom's able to hang on to it. Back to the 47-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd down play here for Stanley County at about 16 to go. Stanley County, long time since they've started 0-3. Since they've started 0-4, they want to avoid that. 2nd and 16 from the Sully Buttes 47. Low snap, but taken by Prince. Runs straight ahead. He's across the 45 of the Chargers and down at about the Sully
Prince with
Buttes
the carry.
43 with
Tackled by Shaw.
guess who? Jordan Shaw in there again.
Gain of 2 on the play, brings up 3rd and 13.
To the 43-yard line for about 4. And they'll bring up 3rd down and about 12 here for Stanley County. SC is 2 of 4 on 3rd down. Volleyball is in action. Don't forget tomorrow for Stanley County up in Mobridge, the Mobridge Pollock tournament. They'll trying to stop a losing streak. They won their first 3 matches, but a loss last night to Phillip now has 3 losses for Stephanie Huber's team in a row. 3rd down 12, Stanley County at the 43-yard line of Sully Buttes. 3 receivers right. Protection for Prince as he steps up, throwing long for Nordstrom on the right again, and he couldn't hang on at the 10-yard line of Sully Buttes. Good coverage over there, too. But there is a flag down back at the 50-yard line.
On the play.
And this is going to be a helmet-to-helmet hit against Sully Buttes.
Legal blow to the head by the
So
Chargers.
what a break that'll be for Stanley County. So that'll wipe the incomplete pass off. And those helmet-to-helmet hits, they are being watched very closely anymore. And this is going to give Stanley County a first down all the way to the 28-yard line of Sully Buttes. On the helmet-to-helmet hit. So Stanley County again receives a first down by a penalty. Their 7th of the game. Sully Buttes has had only 3. First half clock, I should tell you, is down to a minute 38. Stanley County on a 14-0 lead and looking for more. They're 1st and 10 at the Sully Buttes 28-yard line. Irving wide to the left, Nordstrom a slot to the left. Wide to the right, Chase Hansen, Dason Titsey, and Levi Stover really on a double wing to the right. And they hand it off to Stover, 28-yard line up the middle, 25, and to the Sully Buttes 23-yard line, or maybe
by Marshall.
22, as Trevor Marshall made the
5 on the play, brings up 2nd and 5.
Stover continues to be the main back. They'll give him 5, and it's 2nd down and 5 for Stanley County. So that's carry number 6 for Stover, 23 yards. Lathan Prince has also carried it 6 times, 15 yards. Down to 50 seconds. Stanley County still with 2 timeouts. They're up 14-0. They're 2nd and 5 at the Sully Buttes 23. 4 receivers set, 2 each way. Man in motion, Titsey from left to right. Stanley County scrimmages from left to right. Snap back and whoops. And by the way, into the game at the moment is not Prince at quarterback. It is the young man who saw quite a bit of time last week, Brock Zeeb. Because Lathan is hobbling a little bit in the sideline.
Legal procedure.
Frustrated that he's on the sideline. But the whole thing stopped here anyway by a illegal procedure penalty on Stanley County. So they're back to the original line of scrimmage, the Sully Buttes 28. 37 seconds left in the first half. 2nd down and a long 10. Still the 2 timeouts for Stanley County to use. They're leading 14-0. Our CHS River Plains halftime report on the way for you. Stats, we'll look at other scores too. Don't forget our Bauman Lumber player of the game and our post game here on KGFX. 3 receivers to the right now as Titsey sets up in a slot. Hansen is wide. Prince looks left. He can't because he's sacked. Jordan Shaw is in there again. Or Zeeb, I should say, not Prince, as he's still on the bench. My mistake.
Zeeb is sacked in the backfield by Shaw and Voorhees.
Who is sacked by
Stanley County with a timeout.
Jordan Shaw. And now a timeout here taken by Stanley County. We'll take 30 as well. 26 seconds left first half. It's a 14-0 Stanley County lead over Sully Buttes, and we're back to Oneida in 30 seconds here on KGFX.
Join the team and take on your legacy. Since 1862, the South Dakota Army National Guard has been ready to defend our freedom and our way of life. When our nation calls, we are there to help our friends, neighbors, and communities in the event of forest fires, floods, tornadoes, and severe winter storms right here in South Dakota. Now we want you to write the next chapter in our rich history of the South Dakota Army National Guard. Visit their Facebook and Instagram pages or nationalguard.com/SD. Join.
Stanley County still with 1 timeout remaining and 26 seconds left. Brock Zeeb remains in there at quarterback as Lathan Prince remains on the sideline. It was Zeeb, remember, who had to come in on the last play of the game in Tyndall last Friday because they attended to Prince, and he has to come out for a play when that happens. But Prince looks to be all right. He just looks a little frustrated at the moment, but they're going to see what Brock Zeeb can do. Now Prince down below us is stretching a little bit. 3rd down, 20 at the Sully Buttes 38. Snap back to Brock Zeeb. He throws to the right, lobbing it, going for Hansen, but it's picked off by Marshall Whitler. It is 22, 25, 30, 35-yard line and brought down. So Zeeb is intercepted. Way too much air under that pass. And a relatively easy pick for Whitler. And Marshall brought it back to his own 35, and there is Buffalo that is not up yet. 14 seconds remain here in this first half, and that player will be tended to. CHS River Plains halftime report coming up. They'll spot this at the 34-yard line of Sully Buttes. It was about a 12-yard return by Whitler. It's Stranscott. Now he's up and walking off. He's all right. Such an important player on both sides in the trenches for this team. Well, Sully Buttes has it back. They have just 14 seconds, however. They do have 2 timeouts. Now they have 1 as they use one. So why don't we take 30 seconds here? 14 seconds in the first half. Stanley County leading Sully Buttes 14-0, and back in 30 here on KGFX.
Join the team.
If you are shopping for equipment, Grossenberg Implement is where you need to look. With 8 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, Grossenberg has a huge selection of planters, windrowers, tractors, combines, mowers, even gazers. And everyone at Grossenberg Implement hopes you have a great Labor Day. And if you need your Grossenberg fix, it'll have to be online, grossenberg.com. Doors are closed. They're taking the day off too. Happy Labor Day from the staff at Grossenberg Implement.
If you're interested in Pure Governor Volleyball, then I'll have 2 sets to none on Sturgis at the Riggs High Gym, 25, 9, and 20. Brian Oakland has that action on River 92.7. Tomorrow afternoon, it's Spearfish at 1 o'clock on the official voice of the Governor's River 92.7. See it, too, at the River 92.7 page at theappin.com. Sully Buttes with 1 timeout now left. 1st and 10 from their 34. Shaw in motion, snap back to Hepker, and he wants to air it out. Long right, wants Whitler, 25, he caught it. 20, 10-yard line, near the 10, first down for Sully Buttes, and they have 3 seconds left. The clock will stop while the chains are moved, but they'll have to call that last time out. Boy, that was just a perfect strike from Logan Hepker to Marshall Whitler. Caught it at the 20, he is spotted down just inside the 15-yard line at around the 14 or so. The last time out here. And then 1 play to go. That's a 52-yard completion from Hepker to Whitler. And Landon Hepker is 4 out of 6 for 104 yards. So Sully Buttes will have 1 chance here to score at the end of this first half. Stanley County's on top 14-0. And Hepker showed, especially in the games we saw him last year, he's got a really good arm. And great touch on that one to Whitler. And Sully Buttes is in position here, but remember, just 3 seconds. So, barring a defensive penalty, they're only going to get 1 shot. But they are 1st and 10 at the Stanley County 14. The 14 are what's important for the Chargers here. Hepker in a pistol formation. Receivers split each way. Hepker with a roll right, looking for Whitler. Right side of the end zone, lobs and overthrew him as the half ends.
Hepker's pass is incomplete.
Well, the route got stopped a little bit short, too.
Score, Stanley County 14,
by Hepker.
Sully Buttes 0.
So Sully Buttes had a chance, but 2 good touchdown drives for Stanley County are the difference in this game so far. We're at the half in Oneida, and on the Wegner Auto scoreboard, it's the Stanley County Buffaloes 14, the Sully Buttes Chargers nothing. Wegner Auto, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer in Pierre since 1908. Well, stay tuned because our CHS River Plains halftime report is next for you. We'll have first half stats, and we'll look at some other scores as well. We'll return to Oneida in 2 minutes. This is high school football on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
When you expect more, you expect more. Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierce, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
This is Randy Schumacher, owner of Capital City Monuments. There is a difference in monument companies. Families should never be pressured. It is my policy that out of respect for families that have lost a loved one, that I will not call them. I will send you a gentle letter along with my services that I have to offer. My reputation has been built on knowledge, quality, trust, and caring service to families before, during, and after the memorial is complete. Call Randy Schumacher at Capital City Monuments, 224-4411.
It's tough to buy a vehicle nowadays, isn't it? They're so hard to find. At Harry K. Ford of Winter, we will never buy a 2020-21 vehicle and then turn around and ask you, our valued customers, to pay more than what the vehicle cost brand new. Those other guys, they don't do that. Research your options, get a Carfax, and remember, we sell new vehicles way below MSRP because that's just the way we do business. Harry K. Ford of Winter. Family, friends, and Fords, always in that order. It's
7:09 as the Stanley County Buffaloes lead the Sully Buttes Chargers 14-0. This is the CHS River Plains halftime report. I'm David Burrell. Our studio coordinator is Brent Reed. And an interesting story. We mentioned that Lathan Prince was out near the end of that half, and we can see him walking now with Stanley County Athletic Director Bruce Bresee, who of course is also one of the assistant coaches for football. And he is walking, but he is over to where the ambulance is at the end to our right. So you've got to wonder, and I'm just guessing here, but is it some sort of check to see whether he has a concussion or not? That's what it has to be. So you've got to have your due diligence, obviously, when you're worried about a concussion to see whether he has one or not. It's not like the upper levels. You can't go to you can go to a quiet room. It would be in the school. It would be a little bit of a walk. It's not like it would be at the upper levels, but they're going to have to be obviously very careful and make sure that Lathan Prince is okay. So we'll see whether he can play. If not, it would be Brock Zeeb to start in the second half. But Stanley County behind Prince had two good scoring drives in the first half for their 14-0 lead, which is where we stand at halftime. And let's recap what happened. Stanley County had the ball for the first 7 minutes and 55 seconds of this game. A 13-play drive of 60 yards. Prince had a 21-yard completion to Dason Titsey on the drive. They converted a fourth down with a play from Lathan Prince to Gavin Irving. There were a couple of holding penalties, but they ended up not hurting because Prince found Irving again for a touchdown on the 13th and last play of the drive with 4:05 left in the first quarter. 6-0 for the first time this year. The Buffaloes tried a conversion kick, but Colton Brady missed it. Sully Buttes on their first possession actually went into the second quarter, and after they had 3 first downs, one by penalty, they got backed up because of a penalty of their own. They had been inside the Stanley County 40-yard line, but a penalty hurt them and they gave it over on downs. And then Stanley County scored on their second possession, a 7-play, 68-yard drive. The last 37 from Lathan Prince to a wide-open Evan Nordstrom down the right sideline. And that made it 14-0 after Prince ran it in for 2. And let's stop and say that Prince has come out of that ambulance, again, given the concussion check. And the good news for Stanley County fans is he is running back to his team's huddle in the east end zone, the end zone to our left. So apparently Lathan's okay. All right, after That second score by Stanley County, an interception by Gavin Irving, gave Stanley County the ball at the Sully Buttes 22. That was the first play of Sully Buttes' next possession, but a fumble lost in the second play of Stanley County's next possession. And with still just under 6 minutes to go in the half, Sully Buttes went 3 and out. Stanley County, helped by a penalty, drove it to the Sully Buttes 23, but a penalty stopped them. And then an interception by Brock Zeeb by Marshall Whitler gave Sully Buttes one last chance. And Landon Hepker completed a 52-yard play to Whitler to bring it to the Stanley County 14, but then an incompletion in the end zone on the last play of the half. And that's how it is 14-0. Stanley County leading Sully Buttes at halftime. Stats as we have them in this first half. 155 yards for Stanley County, 116 for Sully Buttes. But a lot of the offense for the Buffaloes through the air. 128 yards passing, only 27 rushing. Sully Buttes 104 yards passing, of course half of them on that one play, and just 12 yards rushing for the Chargers. 7-4 first downs in favor of Stanley County. Stanley County went 2 of 5 on third down, but 2 of 2 on fourth down, including the first touchdown. Sully Buttes 1 of 4 on third down, 1 of 2 on fourth down. Stanley County scored the one time they were in the red zone. Prince 9 of 11, an excellent half, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns, although he was sacked once. He also ran it 6 times for 15 yards, 4 catches, 37 yards for Dason Titsey, 2 catches, 44 for Evan Nordstrom, 2 for 35 for Gavin Irving, 1 for 12 for Chase Hansen. Levi Stover, 23 yards on 6 carries. Lathan Prince had 15 on 6 carries. 6 yards on 1 carry for Barrett Schweitzer. For Sully Buttes, Landon Hepker wasn't too bad. 4 out of 7, 104 yards. He was picked off once. He also was Sully Buttes' leading rusher with 15 yards as this was the problem against Lyman last week as well. They could not get the run game going, and they have not so far tonight with only 12 yards on the ground. So that's where things stand here at the half on our CHS River Points halftime report with a 14-0 halftime lead. While we have a few minutes, again, the adjustment to 9-man footballs at the halftimes are not quite as long, but we do have a couple of moments to tell you about other scores this evening, and we'll look at 9-man action first. 9AA, of course, is where Stanley County is, and we'll look around 9B where Sully Buttes is, of course. Woolsey Wessington in front of Bonham and Tyndall in 9AA, 20-6 with 4 minutes left in the first half. What's Platte Geddes doing? They were trailing earlier, but now they're leading at Parkston at the half, 8-7. Ipswich over Northwestern, 20-0 late in the first quarter of that game. Okay, let's talk about 9B. And Sunshine Bible Academy in 9B lost to 9A Harriet Selby area earlier today, 62-6. Harding County Bison, there's an offense that is putting up some rather amazing numbers. They beat New Underwood last night, 56-6. Faulkton area over Leola Frederick area, 22-8 at halftime. Padoka area on 94.5, 100.5 KPLO with Darren leading at Jones County 22-0. That's in Myrtle right near the end of the first half. Potter County trailing at Hitchcock-Tulare at halftime by a score of 24-14. And in volleyball, it's already over. That didn't take long at the Riggs High Gym. Pure Governors with a sweep tonight of the Sturgis Scoopers, 25-9, 20-17. Now it is 6-0 for Tiffany Stosser's Governors. The best start for Governor Volleyball since that amazing 2007 season. They'll try to make it 7-0 tomorrow against Spearfish. That action at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on River 92.7. And see it, too, at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app and at drgnews.com. Let's take a look around the bigger classifications for Pier football tomorrow night against Sturgis, 6:30, River 92.7. Brookings leading at Watertown at halftime, 6-0. You figure that might be tight. Yankton all over Spearfish. Yeah, the Bucks lost last week and apparently aren't too happy about it, and they're taking it out on Spearfish team that's still struggling. 34-0 late second quarter at Crane Youngworth Field. The rest of the action's tomorrow night. How about 11A? Chamberlain not trailing again. The Cubs are 0-2 and they're trailing at Del Rapids at the half, 28-7. 11 AAA earlier today. Sioux Falls Jefferson, the first-year program, beat Rapid City Stevens at Howard Wood Field 48-32. So that's some of what's happening tonight in South Dakota high school football. That is the CHS River Plains halftime report. Second half action coming up here in Oneida, where the Stanley County Buffaloes have a 14-0 lead on the Sully Buttes Chargers. And the second half of action comes your way in 2 minutes. This is high school football, 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre, or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
Second half just ahead here in Oneida, right at Sully Buttes High School, where the Chargers are not having such a good homecoming night so far, at least on the field. They're trailing the Stanley County Buffaloes by a score of 14-0 on the Wagner Auto scoreboard. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, 1060 KGFX Pier, rebroadcasting on K276GT, 103.1 FM, Fort Pierre. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. And high school football on 1060, 103.1. KGFX is brought to you by Oahe Grain, First Dakota National Bank, the Corner Station and the Crossing, Barber Chemicals and Barber Farm Service, and Fisher Rounds and Associates Insurance and Real Estate. Well, there were flashes for Sully Buttes of what this team can do. The one big play from Hepker to Whitler near the end of the first half. But the inability to get a running game going has really hampered this Charger team's chances so far. 2 long touchdown drives for Stanley County, and again, the story about Lathan Prince really didn't turn out to be a story, although he went down, as we mentioned, to our right to the ambulance that is stationed outside the fence, obviously to be checked to see if he had a concussion or not. And obviously, since he ran back on the field, it was ruled he does not have a concussion. But them wondering why he was why Brock Zeeb played the last few plays on offense for Stanley County in the first half of this game. But the precautions have to be taken. Apparently Lathan's all right, but also quite obviously they're going to watch him closely. Remember that Stanley County Sully Buttes won the coin toss to start this game and decided to defer their option to the second half, so they will take the football to get started. And let's see on what they emphasize. Will they try to do anything with the run game, or will Landon Hepker go through the air?
Leiferman to kick.
A reminder that next Friday night, Stanley County will have just their second home game of the season as the Potter County Battlers come to Ole Williamson Field. And we'll have that for you 6:30 next Friday on 1060 103.1 KGFX. You can watch that game as you can watch this one at the KGFX page, at the DRG News app, and at drgnews.com. So here we go for the second half. Tyler Leiferman will kick it off for Stanley County. Thomas Ferris, Marshall Whitler are standing back at around their own 15. And it comes to Ferris. He's up at the 20, actually. 25, 30, 35. And Thomas brought down with an ankle tackle across his 40-yard line. Good return. And the field position won't be at all bad here for Sully Buttes. Now it's just a matter of what they can do with it. It's a 20-yard return. Chase Hansen made the special teams stop for Stanley County. So Sully Buttes from their 40, 1st and 10 as they go from left to right, and they throw it on the first play to Whitler. Caught at his 45-yard line, and
Hooker's pass to Whitler is complete.
Brought down about right there by Gavin Irving. They'll give him just short of 5 yards on that play.
Gain of 4 on the play.
And it'll
brings up second down
and a long 5. So, yeah, we wondered, will they try to run the ball? Well, not on the first play, they didn't. Second down, a long 5 for Sully Buttes from left to right outside their 45, down 14, just underway in the third quarter. Hepker takes the snap, rolls to his left, 45, midfield, first down. Ankle tackle by Hansen, but Hepker's into Sully Buttes territory with a first down up the Stanley County territory with a first down at the 47-yard line, a gain of 8 yards. And again, Hepker has been their leading rusher in this game. He's a good athlete. He plays really a lot like Lathan Prince does. They'll go wide again with Severson to the left and Whitler to the right. Shotgun formation here and there's a direct snap actually to Jordan Shaw, 45. Jordan's to the 40 with some strength. He's inside the 40 and looks like he has that first down near the 37-yard line
with the carry
of Stanley County. Well, a bit of a wildcat there.
Tackle by Baldwin.
Shaw's not a bad one to
gain of 10 on the play.
Go with there. And in fact, he does have 10 yards and the first down. Noah Baldwin was in on that play, the freshman. But right at the line, the game, 1st and 10. Sully Buttes, Stanley County 37. First drive of the second half. Again, it's a direct snap to Whitler, but that time Stanley County read the play and brought him down a little behind the line of scrimmage. Shaw on the play, not Whitler, but Hansen is the one who made the stop. Loss of about a half yard. We'll call it no gain. Second down and a long 10 for Sully Buttes at the Stanley County 37-yard line. 14-0 Stanley County in front. I said haze. I can smell the smoke. Can't you folks up here? Yeah, it's there's not just haze. There's smoke in the air. When the sun was out again today, it wasn't causing any glare problems at all. On second down, a throw right by Hepker, caught by Whitler, but brought down nicely by Gavin Irving. Only a gain of about a yard.
Complete. Pulled down by Irving.
As Whitler
on the field.
Couldn't make the turn upfield before Gavin Irving brought him down, but a Stanley County player is not up yet. So Sully Buttes will have third and long after the Stanley County player is tended to, and you wonder if that's a cramp. Looks like it. It was Irving, the one who made the stop, but now he's up. And he'll walk that off. He was stretching his calf like it might have been a cramp. It's still pretty warm. It's in the upper 70s, but there's a lot of moisture in the air. But we're back to play. Irving does have to come out for a play. And Sully Buttes is third down and 9 at the Stanley County 36. Down 14-0, moving from left to right in their All purple uniforms, gold helmets, 9:13 left third quarter. Receivers split each way. Severson to the left, Whitler to the right. Hepker, pump fake, now looks for Whitler. Go route to the 10. It is caught by Whitler. He is inside the 5-yard line, out of bounds just before the pylon. Nope, that's a touchdown.
Pass to Whitler is complete.
He tiptoed his way actually around that pylon. Hepker to Whitler. It worked for a big play near the end of the first half. It works for a touchdown here, and Sully Buttes is right back in this game. 3 minutes gone in the third quarter. Well, that little pump fake froze the Stanley County defense just long enough, and that allowed Whitler plenty of room. Like the Whitler family, he's got good speed. Sully Buttes keeps their offense on the field. They'll go for 2. They're down 8 right now. Hepker. Shaw back there. It'll be Hepker to take it, though. Round right guard. Dives forward. Took a hit, but he's in for 2.
Two-point conversion.
And Sully Buttes is within 6, and we'll take a break. 8:58 now left third quarter, and Stanley County lead over Sully Buttes is now 14-8. Back in 1 minute on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
Scoring play, 36 yards and a 60-yard drive in 6 plays in 3:02. Landon Hepker finds Marshall Whitler again. They connected 5 times now tonight. 36 yards for the score, and Hepker with a 2-point conversion, cutting the Stanley County lead to 14-8. Hepker is 6 of 9 for 145 yards, but Whitler now has 5 of those catches for 113 yards. That'll be Hepker to kick. Lathan Prince and Evan Nordstrom wait back at around their own 10-yard line. Stanley County at the first 14, but Sully Buttes has struck in the first 3 minutes of this third quarter. Short kick, and Dason Titsey takes it at his 48.
Onside kick recovered by the
And
Buffalo.
it was really, they say an onside. It was really, they wanted to squib it. They didn't really squib it. And Dason Titsey all of a sudden saw the ball in his hands, and he had to fall right down with it. And Stanley County's field position is good here at their own 48-yard line. And Lathan Prince, again, after being checked for a possible concussion, he apparently does not have one because he is in a pistol formation right now on 1st and 10 at his 48. From right to left. Takes the snap, rolls right. In trouble in the backfield and down. There's a sack. That's Chase Yellowhawk.
The keeper. Tackled in the backfield by Yellowhawk.
Brings him down back at the 45-yard line for a loss of 3 yards.
It's a 2nd and 13.
And Stanley County will have a 2nd and 13. That's the 3rd sack in this game by Sully Buttes. Prince with 12 yards rushing now on 7 carries. But just couldn't turn the corner as Chase Yellowhawk chased him down. Hansen and Nordstrom wide to the right. Irving to the left. On a wing left is Titsey. 2nd down, 13 Stanley County from their 45. They're from right to left. Nice evening here in Oneida as the sun is set. Hand off to Nordstrom. Only his 2nd carry around left end. 45-50. He is to the 40 of Sully Buttes. He's running down the left sideline to the 20, to the 10, and he's gone.
Nordstrom with the carry. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Evan Nordstrom, in fact, just his 3rd carry of the game, but it's for a 55-yard score. Well, it was a play that Stanley County runs a lot. but still Sully Buttes could not read it, and Evan Nordstrom, after he turned the corner, was untouched down the left sideline just below us for the 55-yard score. And Stanley County has increased their lead back to 20-8. The offense does remain on the field to try to make it a 14-point lead here. Well, the first 2 carries were losses for Evan. That one was anything but. Nordstrom in motion as Prince takes the snap. Throws left. Dive by Irving. Did he catch it? He did not in the end zone. But Stanley County scores, and let's take a break. 7:58 left, third quarter in Oneida. Now Stanley County 20 and Sully Buttes 8, and we'll return in 1 minute with high school football. 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
You have a
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Mile High Air Guns is your first resource for all major brands of powderless and airsoft guns, parts, and accessories, as well as self-defense items at a reasonable and competitive price. As an added bonus, all purchases over $150 ship free. Not to mention that we are the only powderless gun store that accepts all major forms of cryptocurrency. Visit MileHighAirGuns.com today for the latest releases and some of the best prices on the net. Mile High Air Guns is a proud sponsor of South Dakota youth sports and activities featured on LiveTicket.tv.
The scoring drive is 52 yards because the 48 was the original line of scrimmage, but the Evan Nordstrom touchdown run on the sweep was for 55 yards. Two-pointer no good, but Stanley County now with a 20-8 lead over Sully Buttes in Oneida with 7:58 to go in the third quarter of what's been a pretty interesting game, but I think really easily the best game so far of the 4 that Stanley County has played, but Sully Buttes is right in it with that touchdown on their first possession of this half. Tyler Leiferman is the kickoff man for Sully Buttes. Whitler and Ferries are the deep men, and it's going to come to an up man. That's Severson at his 30, and he runs straight right out of bounds. And you can certainly understand that, too.
First and 10.
Stanley County didn't want to kick to either of those speedster returners for Sully Buttes. And from his 35, it's returned to about the 38 by Severson. And that's where Sully Buttes will take over. And again, a hydration break will be held here. So we'll take a break. 7:56 left in the third quarter in Oneida, and Stanley County has a 20-8 lead over Sully Buttes. And more action for you in 1 minute on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
TV.
Of all the things you can teach a child, how to handle money is one of the most important. Their knowledge, discipline, and control in the area of money will follow them wherever they may go, and in every area of their life. Teach them the facts of money. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
After the hydration break, Sully Buttes starts from their 38, first and 10. Stanley County on top, 28, 7:56 left in the third quarter. Good one here at Oneida, and we're glad you're with us. And see it at the KGFX page of the DRG News app and at drgnews.com. Snap back to Landon Hepker. He wants down the middle. Wide open man and dropped. Tyler Marshall, the tight end, was wide open and had 6 points in front of him, but could not hang on to the ball at the Stanley County 30. Ooh, man, that would have been 6 more, and Landon Hepker Little bit of a difficult start, but he has had good touch-on passes lately. But that one right through the hands of Marshall. 2nd down and 10. Sully Buttes from their 38. Receivers split each way. And it is Shaw to take the snap. Jordan is to his 40-yard line. Skips over a block down to about his 43 or so for a gain of about 5. And they'll set up 3rd down and around 5 for Sully Buttes. Actually spotted at the 42. That's going to be 3rd down and about 6 or so. Levi Stover was in on the stop. So make it 3rd and 6 for Sully Buttes from their 42. They're 2 of 5 on 3rd down tonight. But, again, they're thinking it's 2 downs here to make about 6 yards. They need their 48. Receivers split each way. From left to right, Hepker back to throw. Here comes a flag. 2 flags, in fact, as Hepker is picked off by Chase Hansen on his 35. To the 40, to the 45-yard line to midfield. Hansen is back near the 35-yard line of Sully Buttes.
Hepker's pass is intercepted by Hansen.
Hepker would be picked off for the 2nd time, but a lot to sort out here as there are 3 flags down on the field.
3.
One was thrown as the pass, 4 in fact. One was thrown as the pass was, the blocking was going on for the pass. There was another thrown just after that, and there were 2 more thrown while the interception return was happening. So let's see what we have here. There is a lot for Casey Huckmaker and his crew to talk about right here. The big question is this interception going to stand? And there is a meeting of the officials to sort out a lot. It would be, if the play stands, and who knows whether it will, Hansen returned it back to the 36-yard line of Sully Buttes. 6:54 left in the 3rd quarter. But we will just have to wait. Had to be a block in the back, on Sully Buttes at least. Had to be a block in the back on Stanley County on the return. There may not be 4 penalties here, but we know there are 4 flags down. And the officials are going to say, no, he did it here, you come over here. Said, no, this guy did this here, and now where do we put the ball and who has the ball? All questions to which we await the answer. And let's see what Casey Huckmaker is going to tell us here. No, he's going to talk to the Stanley County coaching staff first. Another of the officials will go over to talk to Mark Steffner and explain all this. Max Foth is shaking his head.
2 holdings against the offense.
Sully Buttes has 2 holding penalties.
Something against the Buffaloes.
And Stanley County
block against the Buffaloes.
Called for a blindside block.
Change of possession still remains 1st and 10 Buffaloes.
So from all of this, it's going to be Stanley County football. Yeah, Sully Buttes got called for 2 different holding penalties, but then a blindside block called also on Stanley County. So what is the main thing to remember here is that the interception is going to stand here for Chase Hansen. It's the 2nd pick of the game by Landon Hepker. Now the run back came to the 36, but 2 penalties on Sully Buttes and 1 on Stanley County. So how's this yardage going to be marked off? Well, they're walking back. If you can see, you're watching, they're sending Stanley County back to their 47. All right. Because of the blindside block. But then how do you account for the 2 holding penalties? Well, post-possession, that's a little confusing. But Stanley County isn't confused because they have the football. 1st and 10 at their own 47. Prince with a roll right. He's being chased by Shaw. Now cuts back to his left. Still wants to throw the ball. Now slips at his 45 and fell back to the line of scrimmage.
Pushed out of the pocket. Stop by Barber. Loss of 1 on the play.
Finally,
second down.
In on the play was Gavin Barber for Sully Buttes. Lost about a half yard. We'll call it a no gain after all that scrambling by Lathan. Prince and Stanley County are second down and a long 10 just outside their 47. 6:15 left in the third quarter. An entertaining game. Stanley County is on top of Sully Buttes by a score of 20-8. Evan Nordstrom, the only wideout, and he's to the right. Traditional I backfield behind Lathan Prince here. And he hands it to Stover up the middle. Here comes a flag. Spin at the 50 to the 47 of Sully Buttes, but I don't think this is going to count. That flag came in as Stover was making his way
flag on the play.
Through the block, which makes you believe it's probably a hold. Penalties continue to dog Stanley County a little, even though they're leading. And
illegal chop
actually it's
block
a
on the
chop
Buffaloes.
block against Stanley County. So that's going to wipe that play off the board.
After the penalty replay, second down.
So the chop block, the line of scrimmage was the Stanley County 47-yard line. But, yeah, chop block's a 15-yarder. So this is going to send it all the way back to the Buffalo 32. And it's second down and 25. So, and it was chop block happening right as Stover went through the line of scrimmage. But again, another thing they're really watching anymore are the low blocks like that. They want those out of the game. So second and 25 for Stanley County from their 32. They need the 43 of Sully Buttes for a first down. It is second down here. Nordstrom in motion, fake it to him, and a roll right by Prince, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage at the 30. Another good play by Chase Yellowhawk.
Loss of 1 on the play, brings up third down.
That's just a keeper. We won't say that's a sack, but again, Chase Yellowhawk read it very well and brought Lathan down a yard beyond the line of scrimmage. Prince is back at his 31. Now it's third down and 26. And Max Focht with the play, and aren't the greatest number of options for this down and distance. 5:18 left third quarter. Stanley County with the ball and a 28 lead over Sully Buttes in Oneida. 22-8 is the score. We're glad you're with us here on KGFX. And see it at the KGFX page of the DRG News app and at drgnews.com. 3 receivers to the left, but now it's the back judge throwing the flag. And that means delay of game against Stanley County. They're backed up 5 more yards.
And it remains third down.
So that is going to be the 6th penalty against Stanley County. They're back to their 31. No, excuse me. They're back to their 26-yard line. 3rd and 31. Snap back to Prince. Yeah, he's got a throw. He's being chased again by Yellowhawk. Now rolls right. Wants to throw. Leaves a long right. Wants Irving. Dives near the 47-yard line of Sully Buttes, but it's incomplete.
Prince's pass is incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Irving tried to make a diving catch, and that would have helped Stanley County quite a lot. Even though it would have been short of the first down, they would have had one more chance. But instead, they'll have to punt with Dason Titsey, and this will be just the second punt in this entire game and the first for Titsey.
Titsey to punt.
Thomas Ferris stands back at his 44.
Ferris to receive.
So the penalties again cost Stanley County. Cost them a lot of field position. Snaps low, but running up on it and kicking is Titsey, and it's a great one over Ferry's head. And now he takes it back at his 29 and falls right on it.
Ferris will cover it up.
Titsey had a little bit of a rush coming at it and had to make the rugby move, running forward about 5 yards to kick it, and then boy did he kick it. Ferries is brought down immediately at his 28-yard line. A terrific punt right there. 44 yards, and it is Sully Buttes. Not the field position I'm sure they thought they were going to have. They're 1st and 10 at their 28. Landon Hepker. Deep snap, nobody in the backfield. 30 as he runs right. 35-yard line for Landon. 38 first down, but then he lost the ball at the end of the play, and Stanley County's falling on it. Hepker at a first down, and just before he hit the turf,
he recovered by Stanley County.
He lost the ball.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Buffalo.
That's Hansen again, who's been in a lot of plays tonight. And on the first play of this possession, it is fumbled away by Hepker, and Stanley County can set up at the 46-yard line of Sully Buttes. That would have been a first down. But instead, it is Stanley County football. .4:16 left third quarter. Stanley County is up 20-8. Trying to take advantage of the third turnover of this game by Sully Buttes. Handoff, Levi Stover, 45-yard line of Sully Buttes. Down to the 40, a good first down gain of about 6.
Stover with the carry.
Trevor Marshall.
Gain of about 7 on the play. Brings up
down
second
to
down.
The 40-yard line of Sully Buttes. It's second down at about 3. Still a lot of time left in this game. 3:52 in the third quarter, but if Stanley County can come up with points off of this turnover, that would be a very large help to the visitors. Nordstrom will go out wide to the right here, but he is the only wide out. I backfield. Schweitzer dotted by Levi Stover. 2nd and 3. Stanley County at the Sully Buttes 40. Under center is Prince. A toss right to Stover. Has one block wrapped up in the arms of Marshall. Gained a couple or so.
Stover with the carry. Tackled by Hepker. Brings up 3rd down.
And that'll make it 3rd down. And about 1.5 yards or 2 at the 38-yard line of Sully Buttes. But again, you know what Stanley County thinks. 2 plays to make 2 yards. 2:57 and the clock runs in the third quarter. Stanley County 20, Sully Buttes 8. Touchdown run for Evan Nordstrom. Touchdown reception for Nordstrom. And 1 for Gavin Irving off the arm of Lathan Prince. Stanley County 2 of 6 on 3rd down, and right up the middle here they go. Ball came loose. Sully Buttes says they have it. The officials have not made a signal.
It looks like Sully Buttes comes up.
Now they do and say Sully Buttes has it.
1st and 10 for the Chargers.
And Sully Buttes takes it from the 3rd Stanley County turnover of this game as the ball is lost. It went straight ahead, but it is Sully Buttes football at their 37-yard line. 2:36 left in the third quarter. It is really still a game that's in some doubt, although Stanley County does have a 20-8 lead, but Sully Buttes with it back. Who can take advantage of what turnover it seems? Snap is back to Ferris, and Thomas to his 37 to his 40. And Thomas is collared down at his 41 by Tyler Leiferman. After a gain of about 4, it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Gain of 4 on the play, brings up 2nd and 6.
It's only the 3rd carry for Ferries, and he's now in positive yardage. Sully Buttes has run for 57 yards. It's taken them 16 carries to do it, though. 2nd down and 6 from their 41 from left to right. Snap to Hepker. Looks to the right. One hops Whitler and incomplete. At his 42. Would have been hit immediately anyway, but that pass landed in front of Whitler. And it'll be 3rd down and 6. Jesse Shaw will bring him out of the huddle. By the way, the homecoming emperor here, Mallory Wiley, is the empress on this homecoming weekend in Oneida. Sully Buttes 2 of 6 on third down. They're 3rd and 6 from their 41. Snap back and a throw right by Hepker, caught by Whitler to his 49, and that's enough for a first down. Gavin Irving with a stop.
Pass to Whitler is complete.
But Sully Buttes
10 for the Chargers.
moves the sticks as they, again, have to go with that passing game, as the running game really hasn't been all that effective. They have had some yards. But they're to their 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Now 90 seconds left in the third quarter. Stanley County leads 20-8. Looking for their first win of the year. They're 0-3. Sully Buttes is 2-1. Marshall to the left along with Severson, and Whitler to the right on 1st and 10 for Sully Buttes from their 49. But the direct snap is to Ferris. Midfield. Still running is Thomas, and brought down by an ankle tackle at the 32-yard line of Stanley County.
Tackled by Irving.
Gavin Irving probably saved a touchdown right there. But as it was, a wonderful run there by Thomas Ferris. With just over a minute left in the third quarter. Sully Buttes is at the Stanley County 32. That's a 19-yard run. Back to the line quickly, and another direct snap to Ferris. 30-yard line. 27 before his forward progress is
Ferris with the keeper.
Rather forcibly stopped by Tyler Leiferman.
Tackled by Leiferman. Gain of 5 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Still a good run by Ferris as they again go to this Wildcat formation. 27-yard line of Stanley County. It's 2nd down and 5. 29 seconds left in the third quarter, so Sully Buttes will have another play before the team's change ends. 20-8, Stanley County on top of a pretty interesting game here in Oneida, isn't it? Bauman Lumber, our player of the game on our post-game show. Stay tuned for that on KGFX. 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Hepker takes a step. Landon looks to throw. Now he has to tuck it under and run. 25, trying to dive forward for that stick. Lathan Prince brought him down. How close is he? Going to be just a little bit short as the third quarter comes to an end. Well, an interesting fourth quarter should await us here in Oneida. At the end of 3, Stanley County 20, Sully Buttes 8 on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. Wegner Auto, the one place to go. Fourth quarter action from Oneida comes up in 1 minute. This is high school football on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
Harry K. Ford, your go-to dealer for transparency and the lowest prices. From sales to service, we pride ourselves on transparency and low prices. It's who we are every day. Family, friends, and Fords, in that order.
Service Master of Pier is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup? Service Master of Pier is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
Bringing the world's markets to local farmers with updates every day. For all of your grain marketing needs, call today, 258-2811.
For Sully Buttes, the fourth quarter will begin with 3rd down and just over 2 at the 24-yard line of Stanley County. With a 20-8 Stanley County lead.
Congratulations to Joe Banger on winning tonight's
Our studio coordinator is Brent Reed, and we're glad to have you with us. Stanley County hosts Potter County at Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre next Friday night.
You're the ticket, though, so I don't know.
Here on KGFX at 6:30. Well, here are a couple important plays maybe here for Sully Buttes. 3rd down, they need about a yard or so at the 23-yard line of Stanley County. They're 3 of 7 in this game on 3rd down. 2 receivers to the left, Severson and Marshall, 1 to the right, and that's Whitler, but it is straight ahead. The quarterback Hepker runs on the keeper for the first down across the 20.
Tackle by Scott.
And inside the 20-yard line before Scott
brings up 1st and 10 for
made
the
a hit,
Chargers.
but Sully Buttes moves the sticks and speeds up the offense. They're down to the 17-yard line of Stanley County. 1st and 10, no huddle. Hepker alone in the backfield again. Again, fakes a throw, tucks it under, tries to run right, and is forward for 1 or 2, but not a lot. Of Stanley County
by Scott.
Read that well. Again, it was Strand Scott.
Play brings up second
Back
down.
no gain. It'll be second down. So Strand Scott's been in on 2 consecutive plays. At the 17-yard line of Stanley County, Sully Buttes has 2nd and 10. They need a touchdown on this drive, down 20-8. Still a lot of time left, 11-10, but this is an important drive for the homestanding Chargers. 2 receivers now to the right and 1 to the left. Right hash, the wide side to the left, and Hepker throws that way, but overthrows Whitler.
Hepker's pass.
Now Nordstrom was there on the coverage, but that pass was about 4 feet over Whitler's head, and now it's 3rd down and 10 for Sully Buttes at the Stanley County 17-yard line. Sully Buttes 2-1. They won their first 2 games here against Cologne at Corsica Stickney. Lost here to Lyman last week 44-8. They go to Miller next week to play Sunshine Bible Academy. 4 of 8 on 3rd down for Sully Buttes. 3rd and 10 at the Stanley County 17. Option right, Hepker near the right sideline. Upended just inside the 10. He's going to be short of the first down, but it will be 4th and short. So, of course, Sully Buttes offense, Stanley County will see them stay in the field. And in this spot, obviously, they've got to go for it. Sully Buttes down 12. It's still early in the 4th quarter. But a decent chance in this game may ride on this series for Sully Buttes. 4th down and about 2 at the 9-yard line of Stanley County for Sully Buttes. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Now, Jordan Shaw is in the backfield, and he takes the snap and runs up the middle. He has a first down, ankle tackle, but he's inside the 10-yard line and maybe near the 5.
Shaw with the keeper.
Barrett Schweitzer able to bring him down by the ankles.
7 on the play, brings up 1st and goal for the Chargers.
But he's to the 5-yard line. And that'll make it 1st down and goal after a gain of 4. 10:39, a lot of time left. Stanley County leading 20-8, but Sully Buttes driving. Started this drive late in the 3rd quarter. Snap back to Hepker. Runs up the middle. He's across the 5, down to about the 3. Gained a couple in the arms of Jason Titsey.
With the keeper.
And it'll be 2nd down and goal. At about, we'll call it the 4. So they'll give him a yard. Sully Buttes started this drive late in the 3rd quarter at their own 37. They're now at the 4-yard line of Stanley County. 2nd down and goal. 20-8 Stanley County. 2 minutes gone, 4th quarter. Each team with 3 turnovers. Not the best played game, but it has been most interesting. And Stanley County gets a timeout, so we'll take a minute as well. 9:54 left in the 4th. Stanley County 20, Sully Buttes 8. More for you from Oneida in 1 minute on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
If you're hunting for a great deal on your next ride, get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. We're locked and loaded on all of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit GatewayFLT.com.
Join the team and take on your legacy. Since 1862, the South Dakota Army National Guard has been ready to defend our freedom and our way of life. When our nation calls, we are there to help our friends, neighbors, and communities in the event of forest fires, floods, tornadoes, and severe winter storms right here in South Dakota. Now we want you to write the next chapter in our rich history of the South Dakota Army National Guard. Visit their Facebook and Instagram pages or nationalguard.com/SD. Join.
Out of the timeout by Stanley County. Sully Buttes has 2nd and goal at the Stanley County 4 with a 20-8 Stanley County lead. 9:54 still to play. Hepker under center. Just smashes straight ahead. Tries to move forward to the end zone and does. Touchdown for Sully Buttes. And the Chargers are back to within 1 score with 9:50 to go after a good drive. So it is 20-8 22-14. And it was, in this case, Sully Buttes who took advantage of the Stanley County turnover, and they turned it into points. They'll go for two. One receiver split each way. Shaw beside Hepker in the backfield. The snap will go to whom? They're both back there, and it's to Jordan Shaw, but the whistle blows and stops play, as I think Shaw made a little, bit of a move forward. It's a false start against Sully Buttes to bring the conversion try 5 yards further back. And that may have to change the whole play call. Well, we figured this might be a tight one, and it is certainly that. Stanley County trying to beat Sully Buttes, something they couldn't do 4 times when they met in the last decade. Of course, they haven't played since 2016, with Stanley County having been an 11-man football. All right, the conversion try now comes from the 8-yard line. Snap back to Hepker. He looks, lobs it left side of the end zone. Knocked down. Good play by Evan Nordstrom. Got in front.
Pass is broken up. 2-point conversion is no good. So 9 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the ball game. Your score now.
We'll take a break. 9:50 left. The score is Stanley County 20, Sully Buttes 13. And we're back in a minute with high school football. 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
Join the team. If you are shopping for equipment, Grossenberg Implement is where you need to look. With 8 locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming, Grossenberg has a huge selection of planters, windrowers, tractors, combines, mowers, even gazers. And everyone at Grossenberg Implement hopes you have a great Labor Day. And if you need your Grossenberg fix, it'll have to be online, grossenberg.com. Doors are closed. They're taking the day off too. Happy Labor Day from the staff at Grossenberg Implement.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
A 13-play scoring drive for Sully Buttes. 63 yards, took 4:46. It ended with the keeper by Landon Hepker from 4 yards. But remember, that false start penalty brought the conversion try back to the 8. Had to change the play call, and the pass didn't work. So Sully Buttes still down by 6 to Stanley County. 20-14, 9:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Hepker set to kick for Sully Buttes. A short one on a squib will be taken by Titsy at his 33. Cuts right now, it's Lathan Prince. He ran up on it, 35-40, and out of bounds near midfield. That was Lathan Prince, not Titsy, that ran up on that football. And Lathan
brings up first and 10 for Stanley County.
Is up to his 48-yard line. They wanted to keep it away from Prince. You could certainly tell that, but it was Lathan who made a charge on it, and a 15-yard return. And Stanley County from their 48. Now the Buffs' objective has to be right here. Hang on to the ball. They turned it over last time, and Sully Buttes turned it into 6 points. And that is the difference in this game in Stanley County's favor. 20-14, 9:41 left. Potter County, by the way, has taken the lead in Hitchcock over Hitchcock Tulare, 30-24 in the fourth quarter. Battlers, of course, come to Ole Williamson Field next Friday here on KGFX 630. They host Sully Buttes this year in Gettysburg. That's October 15th in the afternoon on a Friday, and we'll have that one here on KGFX. From their 48, first and 10, Stanley County. Prince wants Hanson, long on the right side, battling with Whitler, and he's able to knock it away, and it's incomplete.
Broken up by Whitler.
Good play by Whitler. He's upset with himself because he wanted that pick, but he still made a very good play to knock it away from Chase Hanson. So Stanley County going for broke on the first play of the possession. Instead, it'll be second down and 10. Still a lot of time to go, and a lot can still happen in this game, and you get the feeling it will. 20-14, Stanley County, 9:35 left fourth quarter. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right for the Buffaloes, who move from left to right in their home road, mainly white uniforms with a purple and gold trim. High snap is back to Prince, and he's sacked. Chase Yellowhawk is in there again. He's been all over Lathan when he's been in there.
Prince is sacked in the backfield.
And
by
Chase
Yellowhawk, and
made the stop back at the 43-yard line of Stanley County for a loss of 5. The fourth sack of this game for the Sully Buttes Chargers. And Stanley County now at 3rd down and 15. They're just 2 of 7 on 3rd down. But they need a big play here with 8:57 left. Up, but only by 6, 20-14 over Sully Buttes. 2 receivers each way. Snap is back to Prince. Throws left. Once Irving. And a great catch at the 40. 30 of Sully Buttes to the 20, to the 10. He's gone. Touchdown, Stanley County. A leaping, tip it to himself catch by Gavin Irving. And he takes it in for the 57-yard score. They do come up, Stanley County does, with a huge 3rd down play, and now they're back to a 2-score lead. Great concentration there by Irving. The pass was not very high, but a little bit high and a little bit tough to handle. And he had to tip it to himself with a receiver right on him. That takes great concentration, and Irving made a terrific catch and then ran it in for the score. The offense will stay in the field, so Stanley County will try to have a 14-point lead. But they'll take a timeout first, and we'll take 30 seconds as well. Before the conversion, there's 8:42 to go. Stanley County's just scored a touchdown. They now lead Sully Buttes and Oneida 26-14. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierce, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
A second touchdown reception of the game for Gavin Irving on his 3rd catch. And again, wonderful concentration on the 57-yard score. He now has 92 yards on 3 receptions. A 3-play, 52-yard scoring drive for Stanley County that took a minute 8. But they called their second timeout. Stanley County obviously hopes that doesn't make a difference, but they do have only 1 left, still with 8:42 left. But they're up 12 at 26-14 now and look to make it a 14-point lead. As they come out of the huddle, a team trying to put it together and looking for their first win of the season. Sully Buttes got to within a touchdown earlier on the keeper by Hepker off the Stanley County turnover, but then Stanley County comes right back. And now they go for 2 at the end zone to our right. That's the west side here in Oneida. Out of the I backfield, under center is Lathan Prince. And he fakes the toss and tries to cut. Couple of jukes and jives and falls down about a yard short. But Stanley County has a wider lead. We'll take a 1-minute break. 8:42 left. It's now Stanley County 26, Sully Buttes 14. More for you from Oneida in 1 minute on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
This is Randy Schumacher, owner of Capital City Monuments. There is a difference in monument companies. Families should never be pressured. It is my policy that out of respect for families that have lost a loved one, that I will not call them. I will send you a gentle letter along with my services that I have to offer. My reputation has been built on knowledge, quality, trust, and caring service to families before, during, and after the memorial is complete. Call Randy Schumacher at Capital City Monuments, 224-4411.
It's tough to buy a vehicle nowadays, isn't it? They're so hard to find. At Harry K. Ford of Winter, we will never buy a 2020-21 vehicle and then turn around and ask you, our valued customers, to pay more than what the vehicle cost brand new. Those other guys, they don't do that. Research your options, get a Carfax, and remember, we sell new vehicles way below MSRP because that's just the way we do business. Harry K. Ford of Winter. Family, friends, and Fords, always in that order.
Big touchdown for Stanley County on the 53-yard play from Lathan Prince to Garrett Irving. 53 yards on makes it 26-14 Stanley County with 8:42 left. And Tyler Leiferman will kick. Let's see if he tries to keep it away from the beat men again. That's been happening a lot tonight. Nope. He kicks it right, and it goes out of bounds. So the field position not bad for Sully Buttes, coming up with 8:39 to play, and Stanley County leading Sully Buttes 26-14. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, 1060 KGFX Pier, rebroadcasting on K276GT, 103.1 FM Fort Pierre. If you drink, don't drive. So with the kickoff going out of bounds,
that's an illegal procedure on the Buffaloes.
Stanley County with that kick that went out of bounds, and it was an alert play too by Logan Severson. He saw that ball was taking a left turn. It was inside the 25, so Sully Buttes will gain some field position.
So the Buffaloes are going to kick again?
If they want, but they make the decision to make Sully Buttes kick the ball again. You don't see this much anymore. This is still an option at the high school level. You can make a team kick again if this happens, and that's what Sully Buttes has decided to do. They're saying, okay, I bet you can't keep it away from our guys again. Well, we'll see. So the game with quite a few penalties in it. And 6 turnovers, 3 each way. Leiferman will kick again. The ball on its side on the tee. End-over-end kick. And this one has to be handled, and it will be by Whitler from his 33, and down 36 with good coverage by Andrew Fredrickson, who again makes a fine play.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
So,
timeout.
Sully Buttes will start from their 36 after a hydration break. And we'll take a little break ourselves, too. I need a little hydration. 8:32 left. Sully Buttes has it, but Stanley County leads 26-14. Back in 1 minute on 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
It's tough.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buck!
A bad snap on a Wildcat formation, and Stanley County has recovered the ball. Gavin Irving is there, the man who caught the big touchdown pass. The ball was bobbled. The snap never worked. Stanley County has it off the 4th Sully Buttes turnover, and it's at the 31-yard line. And Stanley County may have taken another step toward what they hope is their first win of the season. Still 8:28 left, but now they have the ball in Sully Buttes territory, and with a 12-point lead at 26-14. From the 31, 1st and 10, but illegal procedure is called on Stanley County. As the bus can't get out of their own way, that's going to be the 8th penalty called on them. False start penalty. You'll bring it back to the 36. So, still some things on which to work. As the penalties have, again, slowed Stanley County down a little. They do have a 12-point lead. Big plays on offense, big drives and a big play have helped that happen. 1st and 10 from just outside the Sully Buttes 35. Nordstrom is in motion. They hand it to Stover up the middle. One tackle missed. Stover's across the 30. Levi is to the 29 of Sully Buttes. Marshall in on that play.
Stover with the carry.
Stover. In fact, they'll spawn him.
Second down.
All the way to the 28 of Sully Buttes. Well, still 7:59 left, but a score here would really make Stanley County feel a lot better. They're in decent shape as it is. Now they're going to have to call their last. Nope, they won't call the timeout, as in that last play, Noah Baldwin had a little trouble getting up. He did get up, but now he's back down again. And the freshman, and remember, he's in because Caden Heason is still hurt. As you heard in the pregame from head coach Max Folt, he is hoping to have Heason back next week, and they've had to move the 5'11", 190-pound freshman Baldwin into the offensive line because Heason is hurt. So they'll have to tend to him, and he'll have to come out for at least a play. While we have a moment, let's check that scoreboard. In 9B, Kadoka area on KPLO over Jones County, 42-8, 9 minutes left in the fourth. What a game in Hitchcock as we keep track of Potter County. They're now tied with Hitchcock-Tulare 30 all, and there's still 4 minutes left in the third quarter of that game. Noah Baldwin is up and off the field under his own power, so that's good to see, although he will have to come out. Gayville-Vollen, number 1 in one of the polls, beat Corsica-Stickney tonight, 43-14. 9AA, what's Platte Geddes do? Platte Geddes is trailing at Parkston 20-8. The defending champs down with 6 minutes to go. That Parkston team has made rapid improvement. On second down at about 8. Here is Prince with a throw left, looks on the short route to the left side, and it's caught near the 26 by Nordstrom, who has been mainly a receiving target tonight. He's only run the ball 3 times. Of course, one of those was for a 55-yard touchdown. Clock runs as the ball is spotted just outside the 25-yard line of Sully Buttes. Third down at about 5. 3 of 8 on third down for Stanley County. Prince coming onto the field and bringing the play in. They've been called for a delay of game penalty already in this game. They have a little bit of time as the count hasn't started from the backyard yet. Third down about 4 at the Sully Buttes 25-yard line. Man in motion, that's Nordstrom. Handed to Stover, up the middle. Just charges forward, 25, 21, 20. That should be enough for a Stanley County first down as they try to grind it up. But the thing is, there's still 6 minutes and 47 seconds to go, but Stanley County is now at the Sully Buttes 20 with another first down. As Stover is now up to 45 yards in this game on 11 carries. Prince has carried 10 times, counting the sacks. 6 different players, in fact, have rushed the ball for Stanley County. But they're first and 10 at the Sully Buttes 20, up 26-14, 6:20 to play. 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Stanley County in the road white from left to right. Nordstrom in motion. High snap taken, handed to Stover. Ankle tackle as he's across the 20 and down near the 17 or 16 by Chase Yellowhawk.
Tackle by Yellowhawk.
In fact, it's a 5-yard gain down to the 15 to make it second down and 5. And now Stanley County trying to get this running game going and eat some more time. There's still some time to eat away. 5:50 left. But Stanley County is 15 yards away from a 3-score lead. And they'll take all the time they can, shuttling in plays and coming out of the huddle. Sully Buttes does have all of their timeouts remaining. 5:30 to go. Second and 5, Stanley County. Sully Buttes 15. 2 receivers left, one of them in motion. It's Nordstrom to the right. Same play, run pass option, and Prince is brought down immediately. Back behind the 20 by Hepker, and Sully Buttes does take the first of their
in the backfield by
3
Hepker.
timeouts. We'll take one as well, a 30-second timeout here. 5:19 left. It's Stanley County 26, Sully Buttes 14. A third down play for Stanley County in 30 seconds here on KGFX.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Calling a 5-yard loss. It's third down and a long 10 here for Stanley County at the Sully Buttes 20. And Sully Buttes really, at this point, got to take defensive timeouts now to see if they can make a stop here, because Stanley County has a 26-14 lead, 5:19 to go. Don't forget, it's tomorrow night for Pierre Governor football on the official voice of the Governors, River 92.7. See it at the River 92.7 page at the DRG News app and at drgnews.com at 6:30. Brian will have the action as the Govs go for a 2-1 start. They'll take on the Sturgis Scoopers, but before that, we'll be at the Riggs High Gym tomorrow afternoon for Governor Volleyball hosting Spearfish. Pierre is now 6-0 after a straight set win earlier this evening over Sturgis, 25-9, 20, and 17. That's 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on River 92.7. Twins back here on KGFX at 5:30 tomorrow from Target Field against Kansas City. Third down, long 10 for Stanley County, just outside the Sully Buttes 20. Will they keep it on the ground and try to keep the clock moving, or will they go for it here to the end zone? Snap back to Prince. Yeah, they're going to throw. Right side. Hansen with the catch, and good hard hit down the 15-yard line inside there. Not going to be quite enough for the first down, but it'll be 4th and short.
Prince's pass to Hansen is complete.
Remember, Marshall was in on the play, and another timeout is going to be taken here by Sully Buttes. That's their second. The gain was to the 14-yard line of Sully Buttes, and it's going to be 4th down and about 4, so obviously Stanley County will keep that offense on the field here with 5:06 left in the fourth quarter and up by a score 26-14. Gavin Irving, 2 touchdown receptions, including a 57-yarder. Evan Nordstrom, a 37-yard touchdown reception. Prince is 12 of 16 for 194 yards, and Nordstrom also has a 55-yard touchdown run. For Sully Buttes, Landon Hepker has a touchdown run and a touchdown pass to Marshall Whitler, who he's been stuck on this number for a while, but it's an impressive one. 5 catches for 113 yards. Bauman Lumber with our player of the game in our postgame. So we've got several nominees for it. But if the score stays as it is, I've got one very definite front-runner in mind. Find out about it on our postgame. So it's the second time out for Sully Buttes. Each team has 1 remaining. And Stanley County just wants 4 yards here. They need the Sully Buttes 10 for a first down. 4th down and 4. Both 4th down conversions they've made. One of those was the first touchdown to end that nearly 8-minute drive in the first quarter. 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Hansen's to the right. Irving and Nordstrom to the left. Stover beside Lathan Prince, who's in the pistol formation. Titsy in a wing to the right. Nordstrom in motion to the right. Prince back to throw. Drops, throws, 1 hopped it. That's incomplete, and Sully Buttes will have the ball back with 5:02 left. It's only the 5th incompletion for Lathan Prince. And he looked like he was just going to run ahead, and he might have had the room to make the first down, but then he decided to throw, and 1 hopped Gavin Irving. So Sully Buttes will take over at their 14 in a desperate spot for them as they try to avoid starting 2-2. They're down 26-14 to Stanley County, 5:02 left. In their home, mainly purple uniforms, gold helmets from right to left from their 14, 1st and 10. Landon Hepker, who's had a good night throwing the ball. Oh, low snap. Hepker trying to pick it up and does, and trying to fall forward and does. Yeah, they were definitely going to throw there, but they've had some trouble with the snaps, as have Stanley County. And Hepker,
tackled by Leiberman,
was brought down. Actually, it's a loss by Tyler Leiferman. It's a loss of about a yard. It's 2nd down and 11 back at the 13-yard line. And we have seen this football come loose a lot tonight. Snap back to Hepker. This one's all right. Trying for an open man. Trying for Whitler at midfield, but just out of his reach. Nordstrom was right with him. Whitler finally with a step on him, but the pass was overthrown by about 4 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and long. 4:22 to play. Stanley County 26, Sully Buttes with the football, 14. 7 of 15 now for Hepker, 153 yards and the scoring play. To Whitler, who is lined up wide to the right. Thomas Ferris is now with Severson to the left. 3rd and 11 for Sully Buttes from their 13. Blitz look by Stanley County. Hepker may be changing the play here. He's in the pistol. Snap is back to Landon Hepker. The junior throws right, and it is caught near his 30-yard line for a first down by Logan Marshall.
12 on the play brings up 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
So it'll be first down for Sully Buttes from their 29-yard line. No huddle, only 4:10 left. Stanley County has a 2-score lead at 26-14. Roll left and a pitch that's forward, so that's a pass, and it is taken by Sean. He got hammered by Nordstrom. Evan Nordstrom with a good hard hit and sent him out of bounds. That will go as a pass play because he did send the ball forward, but Nordstrom got in a lick, and no gain out of all that trouble for Sully Buttes. Clock was stopped because the play went out of bounds. 4 minutes left. 2nd and 10, Sully Buttes at their 29, trailing Stanley County 26-14. Hepker takes the snap. Here comes some pressure, trying to run away from it. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Andrew Fredrickson. The sack for Andrew is the first for Stanley County in the game. A loss of about a yard back to the 28. As Andrew Fredrickson, for the 2nd week in a row, has contributed a couple of good plays. Now 3rd down and 11 from their 28 for Sully Buttes. 5 of 10 on 3rd down. They need 11 yards and a couple of plays here. 3:18 to go. 26-14, Stanley County leading. Sully Buttes 3rd 11 from their 28. Hepker, deep drop. Runs forward, receivers covered. Now throws to the right, caught by Ferris. It's enough for a first down as the official takes a little bit of a tumble as he's signaling for the time to be stopped. He's right back up, and it's to the 43-yard line
out of bounds.
Sully Buttes for a 15-yard gain and a first down. Play was out of bounds. Clock is stopped with 3:06 to play. 1st and 10, Sully Buttes from their 43. They're down 12. Snap back to Hepker. Just runs straight ahead. 45, it's a keeper. Midfield, cuts back left. Has a block by Whitler. 45 of Stanley County upended on another good play by Nordstrom. It is a first down, but a good open field tackle.
Hepker with the carry.
But a good keeper there by Landon Hepker. As we told you, this guy knows what he's doing on the field in a lot of different ways. Good athlete. To the 44 of Stanley County. First down and 10 after a 13-yard gain. And now whistles will blow as Stanley County will take their last timeout. Clock is down to 2:47. We'll take 30 seconds right here. Sully Buttes with the ball, but Stanley County with a lead over Sully Buttes. 26-14, 2:47 left in Oneida. More in 30 seconds. 1060, 103.1 KGFX.
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win, more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
Sully Buttes has moved it from their 14 to the Stanley County 44. It's down to 2:47 to play. 2nd and 10 for Sully Buttes. Stanley County with a 26-14 lead. Hoping that in 2:47 they'll have their first win of 2021. Lathan Prince has thrown for 3 touchdown passes tonight and 194 yards, and Evan Nordstrom has a touchdown run for Stanley County. Landon Hepker with a touchdown pass to Marshall Whitler, and Hepker with a touchdown run for Sully Buttes. It's been a very long time since an 0-3 start for Stanley County. They're trying to put one in that left-hand column. Still some time to go, and Sully Buttes with it 1st and 10 at the Stanley County 44. Stanley County just using their final timeout. Receiver each way for Landon Hepker, as he is back to his 50, retreating, runs away from pressure, steps up, throws in the right flat, diving catch at
Hepker's pass is incomplete.
About the 37. He's not made. It's incomplete. On one hop, it went to Whitler, so it is an incomplete pass. Stopping the clock with 2:39 left. Hepker now 10 of 19 for 184 yards in this game with the scoring pass. Maybe more than one play called in the huddle here. Sully Buttes has only one timeout to use. 2nd and 10. They're at the Stanley County 44, down 12 with 2:39 to go. Pistol formation. Hepker. Again, here comes a flag, and here comes another as Hepker runs forward to the 40 and to the 39-yard line of Stanley County before Fredrickson brought him down.
On the play.
But one flag came right after the play started. The other flag came as Hepker started his scramble. It's going to be a hold on Sully Buttes.
The Chargers.
A modest gain, but it will come back. And this will be marked off. Yeah, this was marked off from the 49 of Stanley County, so it's all the way back to the 41-yard line of Sully Buttes, so that was way behind the line of scrimmage. Remember, it's 10 yards from where the foul happens. So this turns out to be a 15-yard penalty. 2nd and 25 from their 41 for Sully Buttes. Clock at 2:32 left. Stanley County leads Sully Buttes 26-14. Man in motion, low snap. Hepker bobbles it, takes it, runs to the 45, to his 46. Only 5.
Hepker
That still
with the
leaves
carry.
3rd down and a bunch. And again, Andrew Fredrickson in on the
Tackled
play.
by Stobert.
So it is to desperation time here for Sully Buttes. On 3rd down from their 45, 3rd and 21. A throw left by Hepker. He threw it behind
Hepker's pass is incomplete. Brings up 4th
Jordan
down.
Shaw, and it's incomplete. And here could be the final chance of this night for Sully Buttes, and they, in fact, will take their last time out with 2:01 left. They're down to their very last chance. We'll keep it here and remind you that Bauman Lumber will bring you our player of the game in our postgame show on KGFX. So stay tuned for that. And be with us next Friday night from Ole Williamson Field in Fort Pierre. At last, Stanley County will have another home game. The Potter County Battlers will be in town, and that will be 6:30 next Friday evening right here on KGFX. So what is going on now in that wild game in Hitchcock? Hitchcock-Tulare now has a 38-36 lead over Potter County, but there's still 9 minutes to play. And again, we will have it when Potter County hosts Sully Buttes in Gettysburg on Friday afternoon, October 15th here on KGFX. In fact, Stanley County plays that evening in their regular season finale at home against Dupree, so we'll have doubleheader football action that day here on KGFX on Friday the 15th of October. Well, here definitely is the last chance for Sully Buttes. From their 45, they're 4th down and 21. They need the Stanley County 34 for a first down. They send 2 receivers to the right. Everybody knows what they have to do. 1 receiver to the left. Moving from our right to our left. Shaw is in motion. The snap's behind. Hepker in trouble. He is trying to throw it before he's sacked. And no receiver in the area. It's incomplete. It's going to be Stanley County's ball either way. A lineman was closest to it, but they're not going to throw a flag in this situation. And Stanley County, with Sully Buttes out of timeouts, can now run out the clock with 1:52 to play in the game. And Stanley County, after their first 0-3 start in quite a long time, will have win number 1. It was not done easily, and at times Stanley County didn't make it very easy on themselves, but at the same time, Lathan Prince and Gavin Irving have had big nights on offense. And with neither team having a timeout, the rest of this game can just be run out now, or at least most of it, some of it anyway. Stanley County will take as much time as they can. They can't quite run it all the way out with 1:52 left. But obviously the thing here, protect the football, though it is a 2-score lead. And Lathan Prince will take 2 steps back and kneel down.
Stanley County kneels on it.
So Sully Buttes will drop to 2-2.
That brings up 2nd down.
Well, mistakes affected them tonight. Again, it was a rough time against a very good Lyman team. They've won twice already. They played well tonight against 9AA competition. But a young team still has some mistakes to work their way through, but there is talent here. Hepker shows that every time he takes the field, and a kneel down again as Prince may only have to do this once more. Down to 1:04. Sully Buttes can't stop the clock. Bauman Lumber with our player of the game just ahead in our post game for you here on KGFX. And Stanley County will absolutely take all the time they can here with with 47 seconds to play, and the clock continues to run. And now they have, I think, aligned it where this can be the last snap of the night. As they'll just stand there with hands on hips, wait for the back judge to start counting. He puts his hand in the air to say 10 seconds. They will have to snap it just one more time. There it is, and there's the kneel down, and there's the first win of the season for the Stanley County Buffaloes.
That'll be enough to do the ball game. For the final score,
Sully Buttes fought hard in this game, but times couldn't get out of their own way.
Thank you for coming tonight.
And the Stanley County Buffaloes have their first win of 2021. Our final score on the Wagner Auto scoreboard in Oneida, the Stanley County Buffaloes 26, the Sully Buttes Chargers 14. Stanley County improves to 1-3. Sully Buttes is now 2-2. Our post game is next, including the naming of our Bauman Lumber player of the game. We'll return to Oneida in 2 minutes. This is high school football on 1060 103.1 KGFX.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
sweepstakes and you received a cashier's check to cover the cost of claiming your winnings. All you need to do is to